Well, hello, 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 hello. Greetings, everyone, and welcome back. This is a completely impromptu live stream. I didn't plan on doing it, in all fairness, but the missions just dropped, so I thought we'd have a quick look at them. So basically, if you go to the store, I should have waited and I should have clicked on them live. But by here, you'll get two missions. They're completely free missions. They are called Road to and Path to Tier 8. So we have 18 hours to complete them. Can be completed 10 or more times. So, right, okay. So essentially, you get in, if you get 2,500 XP. Oh, this is live. I thought we no, this is live. There is a premiere. There's a premiere for later on today, but this one is live. So we are essentially getting an extra 1,000 XP per battle, and the path to tier 8. Is basically exactly the same, but just for the countries that are coming later. So I don't know if these are these going to be recurring, because it says can be completed 10 times. So basically they're giving us 10,000 XP if you essentially play well enough in a match. In all fairness, kind of sucks. I think I don't think that's particularly helpful. You have to have a very good game, and we'll give you a bit more. Towards your grinding. We didn't need XP. We needed silver. Well, yeah. Like obviously, like I can see myself. I've got 2 million credits saved up, but I know I'm a bit of a freak. Like I know a lot of people don't have. A lot of people are still saving up to buy some of the tier 7 ships. I'm in a slightly unique position that I grinded the hell out of them all ages ago. Why does the XP help us to tier 8? It just quickens the grind. Yeah, they're just reducing the XP grind to get that. I genuinely thought this was going to be way more interesting than it was. I should have looked at the missions first and gone, like, I should have looked at the missions and I would have gone, oh well, this isn't worth it. I was hoping they were going to give us something good. But yeah, but mind you, I guess that's not in a battle. Is that recurring? Should we find out? Shall we? Let's play a tier 7. Let's get rid of them. We only want those and those at tier 7, and well, we want so like Cleveland, Akatsuki. I've got 500,000, a quarter of a million, 300k. Tashkent, Vladivostok. Need to obviously work on the Vladivostok a little bit. You see, a lot of these ships, like I just get to the final upgrade and I'm just like, this is why I've got so much credits. I don't bother playing like tech tree ships, because like once you've completed a ship, there really doesn't seem to be any real purpose or need. As you can see, I love the Germans. But yeah, so I need to do quite a bit of grinding. I'm probably good for the American ships. I'm probably good for a couple of the Japanese ones. Where are we on the Amagi? You know what? Let's do the Amagi. Let's see what happens. I'm confused how tier 8 works. Will they be better than legendaries? No. Well, maybe. But they shouldn't be. So what we're getting? So we're gonna have tier 7, then tier 8, then legendary. So our tier 8 should be, for the most part, equivalent to tier 9 on PC, whereas our legendaries are equivalent to tier 10. Good afternoon, Kev. How do? The legend. How are you? Oh, right. And actually, a slightly important bit of news. Your elite XP will transfer to XP towards the ships. Do you know what? I just realised I should have put some XP boosters and whatnot on, shouldn't I, really? But yeah, any elite XP you have on tier 7s will go towards the tier 8 ships. So that is something that you don't have to worry about. But yeah, I think a buff to credits would have been quite nice. You know? All forces capture that area, says the Alaska. Well, feel free. Do you know how much XP per ship? No, I don't. I know it will be more. Oh, I'm probably dead here. It will be more than going from tier 6 to tier 7. That is all I know. As for the exact amounts, unfortunately, I don't. Oh my god. That Kansas fired HE at me. Ha. That's fine, Brandenburg. Spam HE. Oh. Is that Richelieu still broadside? No, he's bow tanking. I think the credits are going to be... I think you're going to be looking at around 30 million somewhere. XP wise, like, it's so long. In all fairness, I can check. I know what the grind is to tier 6 to tier 7 because I haven't actually completed all of the cruiser DD lines because I don't really play destroyers. Like no offense to destroyer players, unless it's a gunboat, I find it boring. So I've got the Americans for my gunboat in. I've got my Japanese for torpedo boat in. There is nothing else. There is literally, like, everything else is a bit of a you know, jack of all trades, master of none. And, you know, if you're gonna gunboat, be the best gunboat. If you're gonna torp, be the best torp. But like, everything else is just, you know, pointless in my opinion. Not that they all don't have, like, their play style and their useful. Oh wow, I done nothing. I damaged 2 modules. Sometimes I think RNG does not like me very much. Oh, of course, watch that. They are all just going to smash straight into that island. None of them are going to go over. How about the new pan-European DDs? I honestly, I don't play them. I thought the lower tier ones were quite good because they were really, really stealthy. But other than that, it's just like, they seem almost pointless. As you get up to the higher tiers, like the deep water torpedoes. Like, you know, if I can't blind fire torps into a cap to, you know, potentially... you know, to zone them out, or, you know, get that potential, like, torp into a DD. It's like what's the point? You know, it kind of losing that apparatus, and just having deep water torpedoes. Although yes, they're harder for battleships to avoid. You know, you're entirely removing a class of ships that you could potentially cause damage to. I got a feeling he's going to start pulling forward. Might as well send him anyway. nothing. Barely scratched the paint. So, like, we've got an Alaska beer. Like, there is a Khabarovsk there. He has been spotted. There is a smoke screen. But he's just like, no, I'm going to sit back here and, you know, do stuff and things. Sometimes I understand why BBs sit back and spam HE. How many shells have we like ricocheted or shattered of targets? Oh, God, Vlad. I do think he's going to turn in. He is going to turn in. Why is he shooting at me when there's a broadside fucking Alaska right over there? Right, he is flat broadside to us at 15 kilometers. Well, I'm not expecting to dev strike him, but I'm expecting that I should definitely do some significant damage. One ricochet. Like I said, do you ever feel like sometimes this game is just trolling you? Watch that, I'll do more to this very heavily angled Vladivostok at pretty much the same range. Oh, well, I broke a gun. Which is better than a ricochet. At least I've done something to the Yamato. I gotta put 3 fires out. This is definitely a loss. But I just want to know if it's cumulative, that 2,500 XP. Try to get some plunging fire on that Vlad. Knocked out a gun again. I suppose that's better than nothing. Aim for the Richelieu's guns. Yeah. Morning, Celestial. How do? Oh, RNG is completely. RNG is just like, oh, you think you're gonna enjoy playing this game this morning? Not on my watch. It does literally feel like, what is the point in even firing my guns? Are we getting both the USB-B lines or the IO line? From what I can tell, I think it's just going to be the IO line for now. I assume we're going to get them all eventually. Like, wow, what an absolute fucking shit show that was. Right, okay. Let's have a look. Because, yeah, it was just a test. Just a test. All we wanted to know was assignments. Okay. So it is cumulative. And your boosters and everything count towards it. By the looks of it. So that's not too bad. So if you, like, really need to grind a ship because you're you've got no GXP or elite XP, sorry, on the ship. Like, this will definitely help you out, but it's not going to help you out with the silver in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. So, Sledge, as much as I kind of want to agree with you there that RNG will end this game, it's just annoying and lacks everything fun about the game. Although I think that is a reasonably true statement, I don't think people appreciate just how often RNG saves your ass as well. I'm not just saying yours, I'm not singling out you specifically, but even, me, everyone. Essentially, if there wasn't any RNG, if all of these ships fired like frickin' lasers, like one mistake, and you're dead, you're gone, you're out of the game. Think that would make for a really, really boring game. A frustrating game, because it'd be like, oh bollocks, I zigged when I should have zagged, that's it, back to port with me, back to port I go, never to be seen again. And yeah, I think that would be kind of upsetting for a lot of people. A few seconds ago, Gherkin Girl has only just started following me on Twitch. Gherkin, I've known Gherkin Girl for ages. Although, actually, no, tell a lie. She subscribed to my other channel, which I kind of forgot about on Twitch, and has been lost to the death. Oh, hello. Oh, they can't hear me. So someone just said hello to me in game. I'd have to swap headsets. Where is my other headset? My headset's here. You should be able to hear me now. Hello?
Hello? Hey, I can hear you.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad. I was just live streaming the new tier 8 missions that have been released this morning. So if you hear me like randomly talking about what seems to be nonsense, I'm talking to people in chat. So why are there two different missions, Road 2 and Path 2, meaning something? Right, okay, so I might get this wrong, but the Road 2 missions are for the tier 8s that we're getting in the next update. So the Americans, the Russians, the Japanese, and the Germans. And the Path 2 are the other nations. So like the British, the Pan-Asians and all that. Just logged in. What are these missions? They're just XP boosts for your tier 7s. Okay, so there's a DD here. So mains, you turn away. Stalingrad, don't worry, you've got a radar. There's nothing you can do here. Yeah, I might have got them mixed up, the path and the road, but I just picked a mission. You know, picked one of them. One of them is for the current. One of them are for the later ones. We can have a quick look at them after this match. Mike says, I think the missions are a waste for all the players. In all fairness, they're good for me, because like genuinely, like I unlock a tier 7, I unlock all the upgrades, and I'm like, oh, I've done it now. I'll move on to the next line. I'll move on to the next line. So a lot of my tier 7s, I've got no XP because there was literally no point in playing them. Evening, Phil, or afternoon. It's afternoon here in the UK. Surprised to see a Vanguard using AP. Trying to get my XP up to 150k. Not sure if, no, 150k I do not think will be enough to unlock a tier 8. I think it's going to be like 250, 300. They have confirmed it's going to be more than 6 to 7, and after this battle I'll check to see what that amount is. I'm going to eat 2. Oh no, I'm not going to eat 2 taupes. Really, Summers? Okay, with all these cruisers around by me, surely they're going to be like, oh, there's a Summers right there. Maybe we should kill it. No. They just don't feel like killing the DD. The DD that's literally going to push around in front of me and talk me. Come on, Baltimore. He's beer. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Baltimore. One of the 3 cruisers have paid attention. Unfortunately, I couldn't save you from that Flander, but did my best to avenge you. He's going to burn to death. Oh, the Stalingrad took him out. OP, there's a Roma sitting in his smoke, literally. I assume that's you in B, yeah? Yeah, it is. He's literally...
I'm in A.
Oh, you're in A. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, there's 2 Summers. If the other Summers is listening, he's literally just around that corner sitting in his smoke screen view. Should be like an easy taupe run. I think he's going for it. He is. 6 to 7 is 210,000 XP. Yeah, so you're gonna need, I reckon you're gonna need upwards of like 300,000. RNG hates me today. I swear this game, the RNG today has really been trolling me. It's just... Good morning, Mr. Silverleaf, how do you? Yeah, so, what, 2,000 base XP. So we got 5,000. So has it given me twice that? Let's have a look in the missions. It's not in trials, it's in assignments. So yeah, so raw 2 are the current ones. Has it? I don't know. Can be completed 10 more, or 9 more times. Ah, right, okay. So the fact that I went and got like 5,000 XP doesn't matter. It's counted that as 1. So each time you complete it, it doesn't carry over. So if you get, you know, magically a 20,000 XP battle, you're only going to get 1. But that's fine. That's not too bad. That's an extra 1,000 XP. So I'm inclined not to complain too much about that. Right, okay, so I seen a question there. That was Goose Kev says that on top of the 100k XP. Right, okay, so the 210. So, right, okay, so let's go into here. Okay, so let's have a look at the Kiev, for instance. Right, so it's 210, including like the 100,000. So I'd assume the 100,000 was included. So it's going to be, I don't know. Let's just make up an arbitrary number. Okay, I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm just making up a figure because we know it's going to be more. So let's just call it 300,000. So if you've already done that first 100,000 to unlock all the upgrades, you'll only need a further 200,000, I'd assume. Obviously, we're not going to know any of this for 100% until Monday. But, you know, if they went, oh, right, well, you've got that first 100,000, now you need another 300,000, like, that would be stupid. You know, if it's like, oh, you need another 200,000, so a total 300,000, like, yeah, that's fine. Morning, Muse. How are you doing? This is annoying because they haven't shown all of the ships, i.e. the alternative lines, so I'm not really sure which to play. Right, okay, so it's going to be the Iowa line of battleships. Like, I'm 90% confident on that. It's going to be the heavy cruisers, because it's the Buffalo that was shown in the video. So that's going to be your Baltimore line. There's only one. Is there only one DD line for the Americans? I'm pretty sure there is. There's so many new lines and stuff. Yeah, there is. So, you know, the Destroyer is obviously going to be a continuation from the Fletcher. Buffalo's going to come after Baltimore. Whatever that mysterious battleship is going to come after the Iowa. For Japan, it's the Topo, it's the Yugamo, so I'm assuming that's going to come after the Kagero. If it doesn't, I'll be like, what the hell? Mogami is the only cruiser, so the Ibuki is going to come after that, after the Mogami, and the Izumo is going to come after the Amagi. Right, the Germans. There is only one DD line, so we know it's coming after the Z-23. It's only one cruiser line, so we know the Rune is going to come after the Hipper, and the Frederick de Gross is going to come after the Bismarck. So that kind of narrows those down. That makes it a bit easier. The Russians, like, honestly, I have no idea which tech tree line that's going to follow. But the cruiser was light, so the Donskovoy is going to come after the Chapayev, and then Vladivostok. For those of you who want to know my house thought on the tier 8, please check out our podcast. There we go. Yeah, so we've been through the tier 8 ships, like, quite thoroughly. But yeah, so if you that's for, you know, if you wanna focus, like, I couldn't tell you which DD line the Denley's gonna come after, because the DD lines are almost indistinguishable, to be honest. To add tier 8s to the game is abandoned without a real plan for the future, with clans and more interesting gameplay like missions. The game will end because of the lack of fun and understanding. Right, you're right. I'm going to 100% agree with you there, Sledge. Yeah, like, they need clans, they need training rooms. They do need to implement some missions or convoys. Like, the convoy mode is really good on PC. It really does sort of force team play a lot more. But I also think the game really does need tier 8. Like, the difference in power between a tier 7 and a legendary is quite vast. Like, put up any tier 7 cruiser against the Des Moines, it's going to get wrecked. It's going to get absolutely destroyed. You know, what tier 7 battleship can do anything against a well-played Yamato? Like, nothing, really. essentially there's nothing. Georgia can, but that's it. I think the balance difference between 7s and legendaries is just too big. Like, playing tier 7s just isn't fun, which is why none of my tier 7s have a lot of XP. Like, I'd rather play tier 6 or legendaries, because tier 7's just not fun. So tier 8, I think, is needed. Tier 8 is going to be a big general improvement, because what you're going to have is, when you play your tier 7s, you're only going to play against tier 8s, and when you play tier 8s, you play, you know, tier 7 or legendary. But 7s, unless you fail division, won't play legendaries. Granted, that's a little bit in the future. They have said that it's going to be, you know, the matchmaking is going to be +2 for tier 7, so tier 7 will still see legendaries for a little while, until the tier 8 and legendary tier are populated enough that they can split them off on their own. Morning, Randy. How you doing? The British battleship using HE can burn Yamato down. Even works in tier 7. Yeah, alright, true, but a Yamato will absolutely clap you as well. Like, the Vanguard can damage a Yamato. Yeah, 100%. Anything can with HE. But, like, how much hit points are you going to take off a Yamato before it absolutely destroys you? It's just not balanced. In my personal opinion, obviously everyone's entitled to their own, but I don't like playing sevens just because legendaries are so strong. And then when I'm in legendaries, I'll like beating the crap out of tier sevens. Oh right, so I'm quite happy to have this a little debate with Sledge here. Of course we need to, all right, yeah. So tier 7, we agree tier 8 is a good thing. But the money grab grind and constant ship introduction without any real change to the game is a big no-no. Well, right, so looking at this from like, so and so the money grab thing, right? Okay, so I agree. Ships in this game are expensive. Gambling mechanics I freaking hate. But at least it's not pay to win. You know, like I think we have to give some credit where credit is due. Because yes, Wargaming's monetization is quite aggressive. Who isn't? Who doesn't want to make money? You know, kind of what makes our world turn. Grinding's part of every game. I think if we didn't have to grind, would you bother playing? Do you know what I mean? The grind is always working towards something. It's always working towards something, and usually if you're grinding it, it's towards something that you want. So, you know, grinding has a purpose. Grinding keeps people invested in the game. It's like, oh right, yeah, oh well, you know, another 10 battles, and you know, I'm gonna get my Iowa, or you know, another. If I log in for another 5 days, I'm getting my Yamato, and so on and so forth. So I think grinding is perfectly fine. Like, show me a game that doesn't make you grind for anything, and I'll show you a game that captivates people for all of a couple of hours. You know, there needs to be some longevity in the game. You know, like I was saying, with my tier 7s, I don't play them because I finished the grind, I got them, and I was just like, why, what's the point? I'm not going to bother playing these ships again. I'm just going to play legendaries because I want to beat the crap out of things, or I'll play the lower tiers where it's more fun. So there's definitely, grind is fine, and you know, money grab, like yeah, like you can convert doubloons into free XP, but you don't have to. You know, that's the other thing. You don't have to. You can achieve pretty much everything in this game for free, which I think although expensive ships kind of sucks, like if they were half the price, I think probably more people would buy them. Probably the player base in general would be happier, but you know, like, they're following the process they've had on PC. The PC World of Warships has been it's into its 7th year now, I believe. Is it year 7? And they've only just introduced convoys, you know. So, and also, funny enough, because I was curious, if you look at Google Trends and Google like YouTube searches for World of Warships Legends, it's actually going up. It's actually increasing. We're coming into have we had the 3rd birthday yet? I honestly forget. I agree. I want to see clans. I want to see training rooms. You know, I'd love to see some historic battles you know, or a copy of the convoy mode. I'd love to see them, and I think we will in time. Um, we've had third birthday. We have, yeah. So like 3 years in, I think they do definitely need to do something. We do need more to play with, but I'm not like. I don't think the game. I don't think they're killing the game. At least not yet. And an interest in the game is definitely still trending upwards, which after 3 years is good. Like a game still, having, a consistently good amount of interest. And you can look at these things through Google Trends and stuff. You can see its peak. Its peak was 3 years ago when it first came out, but it's you follow the trend line, and it has been pretty steady. There was a big jump when carriers were introduced in Google searches on World of Warships Legends, and like it's steadily, very steadily been increasing. I wanted it. In all fairness, like I wasn't really planning on playing. I was just like, I want to talk about these missions and see what they're all about, and see if it's worth. There are some pay-to-win elements, but wargaming is business, not a charity. Anyway, could be worse. Cough, cough. Ubisoft, Blizzard. Yeah, like is there pay-to-win? I think there's like. Ship-wise, I don't think there's... Okay, we Weimar, let's ignore that for the moment, because that's in the process of being fixed. Yeah, but is there any premium ship that's significantly more powerful than anything else? Something that you'd consider actually OP? Like, personally, I'd say no. I think you can pay to progress, obviously, like... Buying GXP, do you know what I mean? Buying premium time definitely improves your progression. If you have premium ships, getting promotion orders is faster. Like, yeah, that's more progression. The only thing I could say that you can possibly justify calling pay to win is right here, commander packs. Like, commander packs, if you've got, not so much now, because I think most people are like catching up, but like a year ago, if you bought 100 commander packs and all of your commanders were legendary 2, legendary 3, whilst everyone was like just getting their first rank of legendary commanders, you've got a bit of an advantage. But I think now everyone's sort of progressively catching back up. Mr. Saberhawk, how do? Oh, Marble Flint is here, obviously. Doug, because kids finally discovered the game, word spreads fast among them. Maybe that's true. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, I could buy... Well, I couldn't buy 100 commander packs because my wife would murder me. But, like, I could do that and probably get a marginal advantage. But I can't just go and drop £10,000 on this game and just be significantly more powerful than anyone else. Like, there isn't that, which I think... Like, criticism is fair, but also sometimes you've got to go, well, yeah, all right, okay. At least they haven't done this, because like World of Tanks, I remember, what was it, like the SU, what was it, the SU like 583 or something, the Chrysler tank that they brought out, which just nothing could penetrate. It was a premium ship. There was a Russian one, it was like SU 528 or something like that just had this ridiculous armor scheme that the only part of it you could penetrate was this little bar going across the side, which was quite a difficult target to hit. It's like, yeah, that's pay to win. That's stupid. It'd be like putting the Lenin in a tier 5. Like, that would be pay to win. But I think with Warships, they've at least got a pretty fair balance on that. And yeah, as Doug has said, you can get 16.4 for free, 100%. You can grind the crap out of it if you put like all the boosters on. You can go into the store. You can go over your commanders. If you just grind and grind and grind. What I actually do now that I've finished him, Bruce Fraser is my go-to guy. I buy Bruce Fraser all the time because he's legendary 4. So I get a personal commendation that I can use on everything. Hive wants to run today. I do want to run today. Hive should totally look of edition. I'm chatting at the moment. I'm gas bagging, alright? Let me gas bag. Yeah. I don't come down to the docks and slap the cocks out of your mouth, do I, Retro? So, I'm working here. No, I'm just chatting at the moment. If I decide to carry on once I finish my rant, I'll quite happily division up with a couple of you guys. But I'm just ranting at the moment. I enjoy talking sometimes, more than playing sometimes. RNG's been a bit of a bitch to me this morning, so I'm quite happy to just sit back and chat. It'll take, actually, with the price of lamb these days, you can 100% bribe me with a sheep. Jeez, do you know how much those things are worth now? Mike's got, like, see, this is where, like, I don't like disagreeing with people. I don't, because as soon as you tell someone I disagree with your opinion, it's not so bad for you guys. You guys seem to be far more level-headed and open to like listening to other opinions. But like, honestly, Facebook has made me just go, yeah, nah, there's no point in voicing your opinions because people are dicks. But it's kind of agreeable but kind of disagreeable at the same time. So Mike the Snipe is saying in chat, I think Wargaming needs to, instead of bringing out random stuff, bring tutorials for new players, that they need to stop relying on CCs to do their job. So yes, and they do actually give. It's probably been a while since you've started a new account, but it does kind of explain the very basics. It does. Your first couple of matches, you've got that progress to level 10, which is when you can equip commanders to your ships, and it does explain each thing. And each time you unlock a tier, so obviously at tier 1 you've only got HE, right? So when you hit tier 2, it actually explains to you what AP is and what AP does. And then tier 3, it also explains to you when you play your first ship with torpedoes, what torpedoes are, how they work. And if you actually go onto their YouTube page, there are a whole bunch of how it works videos. And I get why everyone thinks that Wargaming need to focus more on tutorials, because the amount of dumb shit you see people doing in games every single day. But the fact is, they don't care. The only way you can get people to become good is for them to actually want to get good at a game. But if you don't care, you don't care. You're not going to pay attention to a tutorial. You're not going to go on YouTube and see, look for the official page or look for the CCs, and you're just not going to. You're just gonna, it's a free to play game, so there is going to be a large proportion of the player base, that are just going to be like, I don't care, I just want to see shit explode. It was me who exploded. And they're not going to give a shit, and they're never going to give a shit. So there's literally, the only other option would be to, get rid of RNG, make it so impossible for these people to enjoy the game that all of a sudden the player base is just the top 20% of players in the game. The only ones who can do anything to sort of any sort of competitive level. And everyone, most people, maybe even me, won't be good enough to enjoy the game. So, you know, I think, you know, there's you can't put all the onus on wargaming to fix people issues. Do you know what I mean? Like people issues. And well, that's the other thing. It's like Retro saying, like 70% of players. I think it's probably more like 80% of players probably don't give a shit. Wargaming needs some imagination so they can figure out how to monetize something other than ships. But what else would you buy? Like, you know, they've got ships, they've got camos, they've got premium time, they've got converting elite XP. You know, without adding like pay to win mechanics, that's pretty much all they've got. You know. Obviously, there's the battle. I call it the battle pass. Bloody, you know, why can't I? The campaign, the monthly campaign. You know, there's quite a. They monetize pretty much everything they can, I think, without making it to a point of, you know, buy this to win more. And I don't want them to buy. I don't want them to ever go buy this to win more. like, please, never ever let that happen. You know, it's like literally like, you know, what else could they do to make money? Trading rooms will be very good, however, as said before, people only prove if they want to. Yeah, well, what's going to happen with trading rooms is people like me, people like, we've seen him in the chat there, Giga Chad there, one of the best players I know, JC Gameplays. You're going to have people like me, people like JC, do you know what I mean? Probably a bunch of you guys going into trading rooms, you know, figuring out these angles, figuring out the most effective tactic for taking out ships. And what you're going to have is this, like, percentage of the player base that's going to get really fucking good. And I mean really good. And then those, you know, those 60-70% of players that just don't give a shit are going to get clapped a lot more, I think. Like, training rooms is going to create a bit of a divide in skill level, for sure. I don't think your 47% win rate guy who jumps on for like an hour each week, plays like 3 games and goes, oh, why did I bother? Who'll come back next weekend? Like, he's not going to use training rooms to improve himself. 100%. It's going to be good for CCs, because I can go in, you know, if I'm talking about how ridiculous HE is, yeah, like, I can, instead of trying to show it in a live game, which could be, you know, considerably more difficult, you know, it could take me hours to get the right situation happening. You know, I could just go in the training room and go, right, here we go, this is what happens, this is why HE is ridiculously strong. And yeah, it's like, Tiger's armor's great. Right, look at you. This is the Belfast having its nose blown off by a Dunkirk. Here's the Tiger bouncing at it and laughing its head off. You know? Like, things like that. That's another thing training rooms would be useful, as Kev said. It'd be people playing together. Like, I could literally be a Friday evening, and, you know, I'll be like, yo, Mr. Monk, up for a laugh? And he'll go, yeah, okay, up for a laugh. Right, okay, right, come on, join me, Mr. Monk. Right, okay, so what we're going to do on stream, right, we're going to have all these people queue up in our training room. I'll be the captain of one team, you be the captain of the other, and we take it in turns picking who we want on our team, like like the schoolyard when you were playing rounders or cricket or football or whatever. Yeah, we can set up the 9 Macassars versus 1 Yamato, and it'll be good for see, Monk, stop stealing my ideas. He literally typed that as I was saying it. But yeah, like training rooms will let us have more fun. I think it'll definitely be good for like the YouTube community and stuff, because we can do things like that. I'd be like, yeah, right, okay, everyone, come into my training room. Right, here we go. We're just gonna have a massive fight. Ah, that's what this is all. Hive needs a better way to defend Tiger. I do not need a better way to defend Tiger. The gameplay itself is more than enough. But like Tiger's just a good example, because there's so many brain dead people going, yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst boat ever. And it's like, yeah, do you know how to use it? Like, why can I do this in the worst boat ever? Like, how can I go in a Tiger and perform as well as any other tier 6, if not better? If it's such a bad ship, it's not. It's just. But then, do you know what I mean? Like, the people who've got a terrible opinion of it could see it in training rooms, go, oh yeah, actually, I can bounce to Dunkirk. Do you know what I mean? Like, Leon can't hurt me. Well, Matt, that is true, but in all fairness, you will definitely get clans developing who will teach people, but the people who are going to join clans and who are going to be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm down for some training, are the people who care. They are the people who will already be watching like YouTube videos and keeping up with people on Twitch, and there'll be people who are already interested. I don't think you're going to get like I was saying, like that weekend warrior. Weekend warriors like seems to be a derogatory term, but they're people that aren't invested in the game and they just jump on because they want to see some cool shit blow up and they want to see big guns go boom. Like, training rooms not gonna magically make them give a shit. They're not. Maybe a little bit further down the line when they keep on getting their asses handed to them, then maybe they're like, all right, maybe I do need to learn. But I don't think the rest of the player base getting better is gonna magically make everyone good or everyone care. We'll see. Like, I'm not be funny, they've had clans and training rooms on PC for ages. Have you played PC? Have you seen the absolute trash pandas on that game? 7 years old. Some people are just never going to give a shit. And it sucks when they're on your team, but when they're on the enemy team and you've dev struck 3 cruisers already this morning in one match, you're not gonna throw your controller across the room going, oh my god, will these guys stop sailing broadside to me, these fucking useless arseholes. I've had enough of dev striking people. It's just sometimes the RNG of the player base is on your side, sometimes it's not. But you got to take the rough with the smooth, I think. But yeah, when training rooms are around, I'll gladly have, I'll gladly take, I don't know, 10. I think trying to teach any more than 10 players at any one time is probably going to be a bit too much. But I'll happily take 5-10 people into a training room and spend an hour or two. Happily spend an hour or two of my time a week or something, helping people out. I have a nice World of Tanks account, but I don't clan or anything because I don't play enough. Clan players will be heavily invested. Like, yeah, that's true. I used to be in a Arrow in World of Tanks. I was part of SRT, and then I got recruited by Arrow after a little while. I wasn't probably like the same as on here. I'm definitely a good player. Wasn't the best, but I was good at working in teams. And in all fairness, like, you know, you can have 10 of the best players in the world, but put them up against 10 really good players who work as a team, and it's not a guaranteed win for the 10 best players in the world, that's for sure. But, you know, again, that's only going to be the people who really give a shit. Well, you will be, Kev. Once training rooms are out, you'll literally be able to go, oh yeah, let's have a 5v5, or you know, let's set up a little tournament between ourselves. See, Mike, we're in agreement on that statement. The only way some of these potatoes are going to get good is if they bubble brain cells. That is an unfortunate truth of the reality we live in. Like some people are just never going to be good. Team play is key. It is, and that's what's going to make the biggest difference with training rooms. The people who want to play together and who do play together are always going to have an advantage. Just because, you know, teamwork works. Like it's a team-based game, and if you go into every match going, you know, I'm just out here, I'm just gonna play for myself. I wanna get 200,000 damage. You can, but you'll lose because you haven't supported your team. But then if you go out and win, you've got a couple of people who are, you know, gonna push the cap and, you know, hold a flank against overwhelming odds instead of running away and getting caught in a crossfire. Like, they're gonna win because they're smart. Me and Slister work really well, and arguably I do better with him on my team than someone better than him. Well, yeah, you will do better with Slister on your team because there's more XP for you to gain. I'm joking. Love you really, Slister, if you're still listening. But yeah, like two people who, you know, well, that's what trainers rooms is going to help with. The more you get accustomed to the people that you play with, the more you play with them, the more you know how they play and how to effectively work together. You're just going to get better and better and better and better. So I don't even know. I've just seemed to have gone off on a massive tangent now. What are my assignments? What is the renowned this week? Destroy 10 ships or 950 ribbons. Both of those you'd pick American ships for anyway, wouldn't you? In 4 battles. The weekly havoc, simple enough. I guess in the heroic effort's the same. It's like, yeah, 3500 XP. Hive, let me in. No, I'm on Discord. Do you want to come and chat? Do we let Mr. Monk in? Yeah, let chat decide. I need to tell you you're wrong. You want to come and you want a piece of me, Mr. Monk? Coming in here to fight me? However, your rant is helping pass the time whilst off work. So keep up the good rant. Give me something to rant about, Kev. I will happily rant. Love a good... Everyone needs a good rant sometimes. I'm pretty level-headed, and I think I've been called based more times than I don't know, someone who bases stuff a lot. But every now and again, I think we all need a good rant at one thing or another. Boris Johnson. Right, okay. So things I will never discuss on stream, and things that you find me hard pressed to discuss even in life is race, religion, and politics, because those are the three things that they make people crazy. So, Boris Johnson hot takes, you're not going to get any of them off me at the moment, because guarantee whenever I say I'll piss half the people off. So I don't want to do it. Don't want to. I'm not a confrontational kind of guy. But yeah. So you know, it is what it is. I think politics is more personal than more personal than they probably should be, and you know, more personal than they used to be sort of 10, 15 years ago. And you know, you say you can say something with the best intentions, but someone will take it the wrong way, and because it's become so personal, it's considered an attack. And of course, any potentially useful conversation goes out of the window as soon as someone takes it personally. And yeah, it's just not good unless you're in a room with people that pretty much agree with you. It's the only way you can really have a conversation with it, but not that that's productive, because you go like, you know, oh, I love Boris Johnson, and everyone's like, yay, Boris Johnson's the greatest. And then you go in another room and go, I hate Boris Johnson, and everyone's yay, and nothing productive comes from either of them. You know, so yeah, political discussions just aren't worth it. I can't decide. See, so yeah, this is about as deep as I'll go into talking about politics. It's about discussing like how politics is personal or not. I think because Randy's saying I can't decide if it's more personal than it used to be, or it's just what it feels like when you get older. I think as you get older, you start to care more, because like I never used to pay too much attention to politics, but as I've got older, it's like okay, so now I own a house, you know, now I've got a couple of kids, like these things that governments do, like they're having an effect not just on me but on these people that I care about. And I think the more people that you've got to care about, the sort of more invested in it all you get. It's all an echo chamber, and they need to learn that other opinions exist. They do, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't, which is why we don't really discuss it here in any sort of, I'll say, meaningful way, in any sort of political way, really. Right, so come on, change the subject. Do we want to let Monk in? Give us a yay for a monk, or a nay for a monk, and see if he can give me something to rant about, or if he wants to disagree with something, so I can tell him how stupid he is. Well, we got a yay, but that's from retro. He doesn't count. American made, 100% agree with you there. Doesn't matter which side of the aisle they sit on, they're all evil bastards. I think you've got to be slightly nuts to want to lord power over hundreds, thousands of millions of people. Looking Gherkin, how do? Rant about how too many American ships have been added. We've only got one. Only one person wants Monk to join, besides Monk. I said, right, fuck it, come on, let's find Mr. Monk. It's on Discord, Mr. Monk, so I'm gonna call you on Discord. If you answer, you answer. If you don't, you don't. It's gonna turn into an impromptu podcast. Who's this monk guy? Honestly, I don't really know. It's just some random. Stirring some monk and retro into a hive salad. That sounds disturbing. Monk's joined and gone and joined again. Oh wait, he probably can't hear me because...
Mm-hmm.
Well, he can hear me on the stream,
Hello?
but he won't be able to hear me
There
in
we
the
go.
chat. Hang on a second.
Hi, are you here?
See, he's all confused, like, hi, are you here?
Hi.
Do. There you go, you
Oh, there
should
we
be
go,
able
there
to
we
hear me now.
There was like 5 people who wanted me to join. I was like, this chat's amazing.
5, there was one. There was one, it was retro. Nobody cares about your opinion.
What do you mean?
I know your mum's a subscriber, and even she didn't want you to join.
Uh-huh. We got R9, we got Lugaro, we got Randy.
Hive, go into your
we
Discord
got
stage.
Concept.
People from the stream and Discord will be able to listen and
I'm
participate.
looking at this. Are you looking at your own chat?
Should we do it? Right, okay, Mr. Monk, we're going to go into my Discord channel, alright?
Okay.
And we're going to go down to the Discord. We're going to go into the... Which room is better? Is the podcast room. So if anyone else wants to join in, they can join in. And we can get everyone chatting. So I'll see you there in a second.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm just going to call it stuff and things. Mr. Monk has already got his hand up. Invite to speak. There we go. Right, okay, so we should be able to hear Mr. Monk now.
The thing. There we go. There we go. Oh. But yeah, I'm scared to do too much because this is literally the whole podcast idea we have going on. You know.
Oh, this is more of an impromptu. The missions are here. The missions are shit. Well, what else can we talk about?
I mean, well, okay, what are the missions so far? So they're only for 1,000? Well, hold on a minute.
Yeah, right. So they are repeatable. Okay. So I'll just bring them up. They'll be in the assignments. The road to tier 8 are the ships or the nations that are coming. So basically, you've got to earn every time you earn 2,500 XP in a tier 7 of that nation. It'll give you an extra 1,000 for the ship that you've done that in.
No, that's probably not base. 2.5 base is not base. It didn't say
No,
base.
no, it's not base.
That's every game basically. Yeah.
Well, not for everyone. And holy crap, American Made celebrating 18 months as a member. Holy crap! Thank you very much, my dude. The support is really appreciated. You're only 6 months off the very special that I think nobody has ever achieved yet. 2 years. You get a whole new badge.
Crazy. So I'm seeing this being completed 10 times. That's just 10,000 XP.
Yeah, so basically you get an extra 10. So you're
Wow.
gonna earn at least 25,000 XP. And they're gonna give you an extra 10,000 on top. Which in all fairness, if you're grinding towards a ship, like 10,000 XP is not nothing. You know?
I mean, they gave the carriers like 103. They gave the carriers some ridiculous amounts, but you know, it's fine. I guess surfer ships can have that.
That was a bit broken, though, wasn't it? Like, I suppose that was the same
at the
as
same time.
that was the same as like your first tier of every ship, though, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like the first time you got your first win in a tier 5, give you like 50,000 XP, and that just.
I still think that's a bit extreme, though. Only 10k is nothing. I think that's 10k is not going to get you from just researching to the upgrade. You know.
But well, yeah. This is what I mean. This is why I was like, I should have looked at these first because they're really not worth talking about.
No,
you know,
no, unfortunately.
It's a gentle nudge in the right direction. The other thing is, as I discovered, if you get like 5k XP, it only counts as 1. So you're not going to get 2 from one match.
Yeah, it's not recurring. It's not all the same time. The missions are one are locked behind each other, so it's a slow grind. It wants you to play the boats, and I get understand the reasoning for it, but If they just raised that to like they give you 100,000 or 50,000 or something like that over the course of multiple battles,
Well, in all
that is great.
fairness, right, it ends in 17 hours, 3 minutes. So is it going to restart so you can earn an extra 10,000 a day? Or are they going to up it as the days go on?
I just want to highlight as well. You're gonna have to do if say you wanted to like properly grind it out, you had to play 40 battles in a day. Sorry, so you'll have 40 battles plus the you gotta have to play a lot of battles. You're gonna have to pick your nations. You're not gonna be able to play all the researchable lines. There's no way. You can't play 40 battles in a day. I mean, you might, but like, yeah, that's
Good. It's a long freaking day, though. It's like listening to a car crash of accidents. Why, thank you, Mr. Yak. As he celebrates 17 months as a member, he has to give me some abuse. How you doing, Mr. Yak?
Yeah, 40 is a lot of that's a lot of gameplay. That's a lot.
All but
Plus,
certain
you got the other ones as
legendary
well.
carriers will be at some point. Yeah, yes. Otherwise, like, why have legendary ships got really good AA? Minotaur, Des Moines, Worcester, Montana.
Well, because they're built for it. That's why.
Yeah, they've
Historically, they have it. That's why.
yeah, but it would be pointless if they didn't introduce legendary carriers, because tier 7 aren't going to see legendary soon, when tier 8's populated enough that they can separate the two off.
Just think about this carefully, okay?
Oh, no, legendary carriers are coming.
Legendary carriers with the tier 7 still enduring the +2 matchmaking. Just imagine.
That would be that. I hope that doesn't happen.
Oh no. Oh no.
Beast reckons 500k research experience to get a tier 8. If they done that, that would be that's too much. That's too much. That's like, so say you get 5k in a good game. 5 to 10k is achievable in a good game with boosters on. Like, that's still like how many matches? Like 50?
It's a lot of work. I remember the old days of grinding tier 7s. It was a lot of work, So you can get 100% XP booster per battle for the XP ship booster for the triple booster. Plus you've got the times 1.5. So let's just say you get a really good game. Let's just say you get probably one of the best games you can get. Let's get a 4K game. Times that by 1.5. I don't know the multiplier how it works though.
I know. So right. So I had a 5,000 base XP game with the first win bonus, with the premium bonus, and the boosters on, and that netted me like 22,000 XP.
Okay, I don't get that. I'm trying to think here because if you have a 4K base game, okay, you've got the 1.5 from the win. From the ship XP breaker.
I had like
and
it was 5,350 something.
The 5,000 base, you said?
Yeah, so basically just shy of 5,500 base XP, but I netted 22,000 XP in the end.
There must be some premium boosters that I'm not aware of.
It was a premium ship for a start, so a premium ship gets how much extra? It depends on the tier, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, that they stopped that, but you used to get that back in the day.
Oh no,
premiums used to get more XP.
It used to count towards your base XP. That's the difference. That's what they changed. Like that. So I think they ended that about almost 2 years ago. It's like on the first year anniversary. Pretty much.
They ended it because it was really annoying for
arena.
It was really annoying for ranked. People just kept playing premium because they'd win anyway because of the modifier. They get the top spot anyway.
Premium ship is 1.3%. Yeah, so you get 30% extra for premium, 50% extra for the first win bonus. Yeah, so you get that's 56%. That's 80%.
0.3%, you say.
Yeah, so that's 80%, Then you've also got your premium time bonus, which is another 30%. So that's 110. And then on top of that, you got your flag, which is, what's the highest flag? I forget how much.
It's 100%. 100%.
100%. So you get 210%. But I think why it might get to sort of extortion. You know what we can do? We can go to my service record and we can have a look. Why? Okay. So we'll look at the Iowa here. Okay. So hopefully this will break it down for us. Why?
That makes sense. You get about 25. That makes sense.
So
there's a lot of modifiers.
I got
my God.
2,000 base XP. Yeah. So my premium bonus, so that's for having a premium account, give me 50%. Yeah. So that boosts me up to 3,000. First win gives me another 50%. But that is 50% after my premium bonus. Right, okay. So
when it's multiplication, it doesn't really matter though.
Yeah, right, okay. No, but where is the first win bonus is 50%. It's not 50% of your base XP. It's 50% of your base XP after the premium bonus is added. Premium time bonus. So do you get it? So it's staged. So I'm not getting 50% of my 2,000 base. I'm getting 50% of my 3,000 after my premium time bonus has been added.
Though I'm pretty sure when it's multiplication, it doesn't matter though. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, no, it does. Why? Okay, so say for example, so my premium bonus is 50%. Yeah. My daily win bonus is 50%. So that's 100%.
It's 1.5. So
no, 50 and 50 is 100. Yeah. You following?
Yeah.
Right,
I'm just looking at it 1.5.
So that's 100%. So if I add 100% to 2,000, that would give me 4,000. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay, but it doesn't, because it gives me 50% from my premium time to give me 3,000. So that gives me 1,000. Yeah. But then it gives me 50% of 3,000, which is an extra 500 XP. So instead of getting 2,000 XP on top, I'm getting 2,500 XP on top.
It's because you're doing percentages, that's why.
It doesn't matter because it's what you're multiplying it by. Yeah?
Yeah.
So all of your modifiers go after your premium bonus, whereas your premium bonus is just off your base XP.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you full?
Oh, you've got the brackets. That's why there's brackets involved. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, maths with the hive hands. Live. Saw Davy Jones's podcast. I'm going to teach maths to people. In all fairness, literally my day job, I do maths. I do maths day in, day out, all day long. Every day I'm mathsing. So
yeah, the way they've calculated it, they've added the brackets in. If you write this sum out, it wouldn't be just a straight multiply. There's brackets involved first. You have to do finish the multiplication, then do it.
Yeah, so because essentially the way it works, you get your base XP, yeah, modified by your premium bonus. So if you've got premium time, yeah, this is only if you have a premium account, that bonus is added first. Then everything subsequently after that, so your daily bonus, your flags, your mission rewards, whatever it may be, are multiplied by your base XP plus your premium bonus instead of being just off your base XP. So you can't go. So if you go, so I'm going to add 50% for my premium bonus, 50% for my daily win, and 100% for my booster, which would give you 200% of 2,000, you'd get the wrong answer. You've got to add 50% to the 2,000 first, which gives you 300, and then you've got to multiply that by 150, which is actually a larger figure.
Yeah, I'm typing out the sum in the chat here. Then you times by the boosters that we have and so forth. That's how you do it. It's not. The brackets are required because you have to do the brackets first. The order of bomb that's there. That's what you're telling me there. Because I thought you're just multiplying it because it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, no. You're not just multiplying.
Yeah. If it was just multiplication, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter the order, at all. But yeah, that's the case. I get you.
See,
I didn't realize that.
I taught a Scotsman how to do maths, ladies and gentlemen. I think I deserve a
I
round of
know
applause.
exactly how to do maths. Sorry. I know exactly my math thing. I wasn't sure what you meant by like multiplication is different.
In all fairness, I saw Tommy Boy do a video.
Case.
I seen Tommy Boy do a video on this, and that's exactly what he done. He went, right, so I've got this much XP, this much of a bonus from my premium time, this much of a bonus from my flags and my win. Because he was trying to calculate XP, and he's like, I don't know what's going wrong, but these numbers don't add up. And it was like, it's because they're separated. You've got to do ship XP plus times premium bonus, then times all your boosters.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
I used to be
could
so
do
good
the
at
maths,
maths.
but you're a couple of percentage. If you're 10% out.
I used to be so good. Yeah. I used to be so good, and then I had to use the calculator all the time for university, and my God, your mental arithmetic, it just goes out the window. It just goes out the window.
I am not
when you use the calculator every day and day out.
Well, that's the difference between people like who do maths for like a living. Because people who do maths for a living aren't sitting there going, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 2. No, they're not. They're doing complicated formulas, and when you're doing complicated formulas, so you don't look at maths anymore like, oh, well, like 5 times 5 is all right. That's an obvious one. That's 25. But you don't look at maths like when you get to like a certain level, you stop looking at maths like that, and then you look at maths as a process. So you lose that ability to like instantly remember bits and bobs, and you end up
and do that mental arithmetic in your head, because you don't do that in university. Which at least when you're studying engineering, you're calculating real numbers and do all and fake imaginary numbers and all that malarkey, and 90% of it, unless you do it by hand, which is like a three-page work, you're doing everything by calculator.
And actually,
you got to confirm, make sure everything's right by calculator. Because if you get one number wrong, you won't know, and it's very easy to mess it up. So you have to do
the general maths that you do in like school and sort of low-level higher education is actually wrong.
Yeah, it's all simplified.
It's simplified because maths is actually fucking ridiculously complicated.
Yeah.
Mr. Yak counting out his potatoes.
Yeah.
That's all we need to do. We just need to calculate how many potatoes are on the enemy team, how many potatoes are on our team.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember back in the day when you study like early science, and it develops more and more. So, for example, the speed of light is like 300 million meters per second, but it's not actually 300 million. It's 297, whatever the number is, and they just simplified it to 300 million to make it easier. And you'll be using the more complicated number the higher end you go, stuff like that.
Well, actually, whilst we're discussing this, shall we do a game with an actual booster on? And see how
That's a good point, but you need to actually play well, though. So there's the problem.
It doesn't matter. I don't need to play well. I just need the numbers on the screen. So we let Retro come into our division. We won't invite him to our little chat though. He can sit there in the corner being quiet. Ooh, we have. Sorry, I wasn't checking Discord. We have someone who wants to join. Why won't it let me click invite to speak? How did Retro get... Oh, yeah, because Retro's a mod. He has the power. Hang on. Do you know what I have the power to do, though? Yeah, I'd have sent out the power to kick him out. Oh, my God. Lord Anubis has got his hand up as well.
Hello, Hive.
Mr. Anubis, how do? It's been a while.
Yeah, I discovered that there's other games over...
There is nothing else. Why haven't you joined me, Monk? I sent you an invite. You pleb.
Oh, did you? Sorry. I've been receiving quite a few invites. I didn't realize. Let's see. There we go.
Right. Okay.
I need to play the Mogami actually, because we're doing all these Windburn links. I need to Mogami it up.
Right, I want one with first win bonus. So we need to win. That's the key. Might as well put all the boosters on if you're gonna put boosters on. World of Warships Wall Street Edition. That is true.
Ugh. Ugh.
Doug has to decide which tier 7 is to bother with. Yeah, playing 40 games in a day is too much.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to decide which one you want. I guess that's kind of good, but yeah.
Well, but
I'm on the fence to that one.
so wait, so Nubis has been under a rock recently. I don't know which rock it is, but it was different games. Do you know about the tier 8s coming?
Yeah, I've kept up watching, reading this stuff on Discord. But I'm like,
did you watch our podcast? That's really important. You know, you should do that. Clearly, that'll help you out.
Yeah.
If you haven't, I'm just going to kick you out. You can
I have
go
been
and listen to it, and we'll see you in 4 hours.
That's just. No, literally, when I discovered
the short version, not my turn.
No, when I discovered that there's tier 8s coming, I'm like, why did we not just go to tier 10? This
well, essentially, we've lost what tier? We've lost tier 3, haven't we? From PC, them having tier 8.
We're down a tier. We've always been down a tier.
Yeah.
The tier 3s are the tier 2s. The tier 2s are the tier 1s, and the tier 1s are like they're the tier 2s. Like the tier 1s that we have on our game are tier 2s on PC are tier 1s over here.
Yeah.
And it steps up from that basically.
So essentially, with tier 8s coming in now, we're just missing one tier. We've got everything that PC has got. Apart from a couple of crappy little boats that nobody's going to give a shit.
Our max limit is tier 8 with tier 7. Tier 7s are the equivalent of the PC tier 8s. And then they jumped in, instead of tier 9, tier 10, we got legendary. So that's why there's been a
broadside Wichita.
I hate that boat with a passion.
Who, although fully broadside to my Baltimore, is going to take 400 damage. I'm guessing 400. Where are my shells? 8,000 damage. Haha. The Wichita. That is against a Wichita. It really is. Little fucking impervious bullet sponge. He's not going to take any citadels, obviously.
100% make that tier 8. That's all I need to say.
That was another 2k.
It's just a better Baltimore. It really is. Like, people think the Wichita AP is bad, and they don't realize it's not far off Baltimore AP. It really
it's
isn't that far off.
152s though, isn't it?
No, it's 203s. It's Baltimore. It's a Baltimore, but with less AP pen.
It doesn't have the super heavy shells, I'm guessing then.
It does though. It just doesn't have the super. It just has less pen than Baltimore.
Honestly, I've paid so little attention to the Wichita. Like, I played it a handful of times, and I went, well, this boat is stupid, and then just stopped playing it, because it's not fun when a ship is that powerful. You know they've got a DD. Their DD has just sailed straight into our cap, right?
Okay. That's just your problem, Radar Cruiser. Just want to highlight that. Like, I can turn back, and I will, but, like, you're a lot closer. Let's see. Our DD's playing quite well.
Oh, he's already spotted.
Good shots. Some good shots as well. Mr. Retro got a really good shot.
Wow, that was stupid, wasn't it? See, this is what I mean about you're not going to be able to help all of the playbase. You're just not. Like, some people were born to live fast and die young.
Hey, at least they left a pretty corpse, you know? You say you want about the noobs in the game, but they give you good games, you know? You're not going to get all the dev strikes in the world when you have a lot of good players. So it's nice to have the occasional noob in your game.
It is. Like I said, nobody complains about the 3 idiots that have sailed broadside to them and got dev struck in the first 5 minutes. Not anyone has ever complained about them. It's only when they're on the team, and it's literally just a case of sometimes it really sucks, you know, but other times
it doesn't. No.
Other times.
Sometimes it does. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I screwed up then, and I think I switched. I don't know if I assumed I had HE loaded, and I was switching to AP for the broadside Georgia, but I didn't actually switch to HE for the broadside Georgia.
Like, you switched, then you didn't. You thought you switched, and yeah, I know what you mean. It's like when you double switch, or you must have pressed it. You did. You thought.
American me's like, well, that learned him. That did learn him. He learned.
Learn it. Yeah.
He learned. Do not sail into the cap.
Man, I've done nothing this game. Like, I don't know how much damage you've done, but I've only done like 24.
I'm on 19k. They've just been like killing themselves really quickly. That Georgia's dead.
This Georgia's got a particular
interest.
That's the thing.
In me. So the Georgia, the Richelieu, and was it a Richelieu? No, it wasn't. What was that cruiser that died? No, yeah, Richelieu.
Wichita.
So the Georgia, the Richelieu, the Fletcher, the Wichita sort of kind of pushed in like a bunch of idiots and died real fast. But the rest of their team are like hanging back. Whereas if they pushed with them...
They don't believe in capping. Yeah.
If they pushed with them...
Aggression wins games.
They would have been alright, but they didn't.
Yep. Aggression wins games,
they all
guys.
hung
You have
back.
to actually get in the caps to win the game. Like, that is... You can kill all enemy teams and enemy ships, but most games are decided by the caps.
The problem with grinding tier 7s is it's not going to make bank. That is true. Grinding tier 7s is not going to win you
They
millions.
have increased that, though.
They have only for premiums, though. All right, no, for only for premiums. Premiums.
No,
make
it's
more
only
money.
for premiums. Yeah, they reduced the service costs at a very small amount, though.
So
Very
you kind
small
of
amount, though.
you're kind of stuck in this like, and I get why they do it because it's monetization. At the end of the day, everything is going to be wholeheartedly about money. So basically, you've got a choice. You can grind XP, or you can grind credits. It's one or the other. You can't do both.
Well, to be fair, Hive, the reason they don't want you the way to pay money for tier 7 is they want all the tiers be populated. That's the reasoning. They want people to play the other tiers, because if everyone just plays high tiers all the time,
about to die.
the low tiers get stale. Oh, I'm sorry, Retro.
I think I'm next on this Colorado's hit list. Oh no!
I'm building up some work on this, man. If you can stay alive a bit longer, you might just burn to death.
Oh, I don't think I'm in any immediate danger. He's decided to not pay any attention to me. He's like battleships have more hit points, so I'm going to ignore the cruiser that has radar. That's gonna eventually come down here and fuck my Flint and my other cruiser up if I leave him alone. And I'm gonna look over there instead.
Obviously, all the DDs are dead, but there are still Flint potential.
He's going to stay broadside. I'm going to switch to AP. Oh, that's perfect. That's a fire. Oh, but he's put it up. Yeah, he's just completely ignoring me, which is absolutely fine. In all fairness, he's doing the right thing. He's targeting our DD instead. Alright, so what's their battleships? So they got a Massachusetts
The
that's sitting
Massachusetts.
way out the back. That's the Flint, so there is going to be a Suzuki over here somewhere. That's fine.
Hey, Mark, do
Suzuki's
you want
back
to try
there.
and focus that Flint if you can?
You're dead. How about you sit down and shut up at the back? I would love to focus the Flint, but I can't. But I'm going to capture A instead. The Suzuki is running back to... Is that Massachusetts
Try and kill
AFK?
me. No, Massa and Susie are trying to kill me. I'm just going to lead them on a merry-go round. I'm just going to go, hey, you know, come see me. Come shoot me. I'm just farming the Massa and the Susie. He's turned his guns completely to shoot me, which means he's not going to reset the Sharn horse. That's camping. But now he's going for the Sharn horse and ignoring me, which means I can get a little bit closer to him. More reliable hits. And yeah, that's fine. Win-win. Doesn't really matter. I think that Susie is, I don't know, but if I was a battleship, he would be kapunked.
I don't have an angle on him, unfortunately.
He was giving me flat broadside, but he's quite far away. At this range, I don't think I could. I probably couldn't citadel with my guns. Maybe, but like it's still a risky maybe. Biggest threat right now is Bassa, so I'm gonna work on Bassa. Like Susie, at the end of the day, is not gonna do that.
Ah, the little fucker turned just as my shell... Well, yeah, he just dodged my shells.
Well, it's not easy to get as reliable hits with the Baltimore, the slow shell arcs. But those torpedoes look quite good.
Wow, he had the most ridiculous accuracy. Those 3 shells came in at me like frickin' laser beams. But they all missed. Oh. But
I got the Arsehole Award on him. That's what it's called, you know. It's the Arsehole Award. And 1,000 points. Let's see how Hive Mr. did. Mr. Hive did okay. Let's see.
We do. We all done. We all done all right. We all. Our retro let us down. Didn't quite get the 2,000 base XP expected, so we're gonna have to kick him out.
So I got 9,438 XP.
I got 9,060.
Slight difference in XP, but the slight difference in XP that we had, literally, well, 101 points, yeah. Okay, that's a little bit in.
Right, okay, so see if my way of maths is correct. Then shall we?
Okay, my one while we're busy.
Let's bring up my my little calculator. So I got 2,149 base. That was times by 50%. So times that by 1.5, giving us 3,223.5 with the premium bonus. Then that needs to be multiplied by 150% again. So times that by 2.5, giving me 8,058. Plus the 1,000 from the mission rewards gives me 9,058. But they've rounded it up nicely to 9,060. So yeah, my maths is correct.
Yeah, I could see it.
Doubt me again, fool.
I have to doubt you. It's what I do. I have to doubt you. I have to be the opposing voice of reason, you know.
There is no voice of reason when you have the voice of logic. Can I banhammer someone, please? Of course you can. You've just got to wait for someone to act like a knob in chat.
And you can't banhide. At least it's not where. You might be able to. You know.
I am unbannable.
Don't know about that.
What's everyone up to? Grinding that tier 7 XP? A little bit. Mostly just chatting shit, in all fairness.
Yeah.
And, okay, so, and this also shows that, yes, okay, in tier 7, like you can see, like, I had a pretty decent game, Monk Retro, like, we all had...
That's a normal game, that's an average game.
2,000 base XP is not a bad game. It's not an amazing game, but it's definitely not a bad game. And I made basically 170,000 credits. Now, if I'd done that in tier 6 with a premium ship, that would be, what, 300,000-400,000?
Well, I made 249,000 credits total, but I don't understand how I made so much more than you.
Was that total or actual earned? So
total credits? Are you talking about total credits or with premium?
No. Right. So you need to look at the economy and your total your total once the ship service cost has been taken out of it. Because on the first results page, on the personal results page, I earned 300,000. But then by the time you remove the ship service of 131,000 credits, it's
wait. How do you have a more? That is stupid. My ship cost more because I fired more shells, my guess.
Oh, you used more of
it actually counts.
More of your equipment. So it's, what is it? It's 120, but you can go up to plus 20% based on how many shells you fire, how much of your consumables you use.
How many shells did you fire? Because I fired 103 shells. How many shells did you fire?
I don't know, but I can tell you how many I hit, which was 125.
Well, how many shells did you hit? Sorry, yeah. So you hit more shells than I did, but I must have fired more, maybe. I don't know.
What ship were you using?
I don't know. I'm in Mogami. I fire quite a lot. You know, I've got more guns than you.
Yeah, you've got more guns than me, so you probably... what boosters... I didn't use my radar.
I put all the... I used my heal. I didn't use my sonar.
I used a sonar and I used one heal right at the very end. That was it.
I think I used I think I used 2 heals. I'm not even sure. I might have used 2 heals. But my service was 135, 680.
Yeah, it's because you used more.
So just slightly higher. Just use a bit more, I guess. So, yeah, marginally. So with credits, total credits, 170,798. Then with premium, it's 249,036. So it's 250k.
So you actually made 250k in that match.
Yeah.
I made 170k, although like results wise, very little,
I did
101 XP difference.
That's what I'm saying, but that's a lot of money difference for that much, you know. And these are none of these are premiums. You don't get any. You get the same
how many
bonuses.
shells
So
did you hit?
103 shell hits, 1 detected. You know, I'm just gonna send you this stuff. You know what? Yeah, 103 shell hits, 1 detected, 1 incapacitation, 2 destroys, 11 fire sets, and 4 defended ribbons, and an arsonist medal. The arsonist medal probably did it.
Arsonist medal probably probably helped you out a little bit there on the old credits. So yeah, you can grind and earn money, but it's low. Like you kind of really have got the choice between grinding a ship or grinding credits. I'm fortunate enough that I can just grind the ships at the moment. Or Kev likes a good old hammer. Oh, Rolex, I haven't seen you in ages, dude. How are you? Sorry, not being very active. Back to 90 hours a week. Working for 90 hours a week. Fuck that. But yesterday, 210,000 damage in a Warspite, 6 kills, and still a loss because of bad teammates. That you find that usually when you have absolutely monstrous games. There's only one way absolute monstrous games happen in general, right? One, your team have to be pretty bad, and their teammates have to be pretty bad.
It's a fine balance, yeah. Your team has to be bad enough not to not do the damage, but not bad enough to die straight away.
Yeah, they've got to stay alive for long enough for you to kill them. But yeah, that's fair. A lot of the time, like really high damage and high kill games by a single player is typically a loss, because
Doug, the estimation we have is like 320, 300 plus roughly, I guess.
It's definitely more than 210.
Yeah. Like definitely. I know I've got 1.5 million on the Maggie EXP, so I don't need to grind Maggie.
Style of saying road to tier 8 is kind of a joke. It is a little bit. It's a little bit of a joke.
It's not very good stuff. That's our guesstimation. We don't know for sure though, but that's our guesstimation.
As soon as we find out and we're allowed to tell you, like 100% we'll do that.
Why don't you play the AL Baltimore next? Because you have that, don't you?
I do have the AL Baltimore.
So see if you can do a similar game with AL Baltimore, and you can see the difference in premium.
Well, no, it's going to make like 55% more credits.
That's true. Or you could just play the Baltimore, wherever you want to do it. I'm just giving you an example, you know.
How expensive?
Ooh.
I don't think Wargame are that evil, and I think they're gonna be, because it's what, 18 million for a tier 7. I think
then 25 it all out is a whole different price.
Yeah, but I think the base ship cost is gonna be, I reckon it's gonna be like 25 to 30.
I don't know. I'm not got that same trust. Like the whole Stalingrad 2 million global XP, and then they nerfed it shortly after. A little bit annoying there, just a little bit, you know. Like I don't mind a ship being ridiculously strong if it's worth 2 million global XP, you know. Whereas nowadays, like the Alaska is stronger than Stalingrad, and it's you just have to play the game to get you know Alaska.
Got a couple of people saying they're going to be up in the 20s to 30s. I hope they're not over 30 million to outright buy. Like the kitting out cost, I think is, you know, we need to separate that, because you know that's like an extra 7-8 million.
It's a lot. You got 3 million upgrades per each, is it, or is it like 5 million for the? I had to see it actually. I completely forgot. That's a lot of DDs this game, by the way.
That is a lot of DDs.
Good XP potential for radar cruiser. This Iowa is thinking what you think of me, isn't it? Enemy Iowa on the team.
Hi everyone, my favourite hive. It's the Thunder from Down Under. How you doing, Sticky Eyes? Kev reckons they're going to be 40 million. If they're 40 million, that's gonna piss too many people off.
I think 40 million with all the upgrades, maybe? Maybe. Because how much is a tier 7, guys? Like, fully kitted out tier 7?
25.
25. So I think 30 million or 40 million fully kitted out sounds reasonable, or what it's going to be. Whether it's reasonable or not, I don't know.
Oh my god, that
Whoa,
Cleveland.
whoa.
Was that you, Retro?
It must have been.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, short fused AP on the...
Just touched him in his special place. We have 3 DDs in B, and none of them seem to be trying to kill the DD that's in B. I'm gonna push into B a little bit just to see if I can spot the DD for them.
I'm trying to finish off that Cleveland.
Glad I did, because I just dodged a
Iowa, but...
fuck ton of taupes.
I'm gonna have to work on Iowa soon, but I really wanted to get this DD. Alright, time to... Ooh, that's a lot of DDs. That's a lot of DDs.
Right, so in all fairness, one of the DDs... Oh, now everyone starts shooting at him. In all fairness, like only one of the DDs was actually shooting at him at first.
Oh, that Fletcher is... Oh, God. Rachel, you might be able to push up a little bit. I'd love to be a tad more aggressive myself, but that Iowa is really dangerous for me.
Oh, fuck you, Vanguard. I was keeping that Fletcher lit. He hit me with a taupe, so of course I put the fire out, the flooding out. Vanguard catches me with 3 fires.
I thought you were annoyed that the Vanguard killed him, but like, oh wait, we got the Vanguard. It's just Retro's Vanguard. Oh damn.
Those 3 fires, that was it. But I was instrumental in taking out 2 of their DDs. So I don't mind dying when I kill 2 DDs.
I'm in the process of doing the 2 DDs, but the Iowa it's caused me problems, so I gotta be very careful. All it takes is 1 good hit.
In all fairness, like, well, we've lost 2 DDs as well, which isn't great. You have got what is this big old battleship heading over towards you? Brandenburg with no health. But he should be able to
fight the Iowa.
He should, yeah. He should be able to take out the Iowa.
Is that Cleveland dead yet? That Cleveland isn't dead.
No, he disappeared.
I got him down to nothing, by the way, just want to highlight that. Got him down to nothing and he ran it. Look, he healed up. He's healed up a little bit.
That Brandenburg just took so much damage. He's not even trying to get his taupes off.
Yeah.
He is trying to finish off the Cleveland, though. He picked the right ship to shoot at, I think. But yeah, he kind of threw himself
I need
away
to
there.
try and burn this Iowa down. As much as I'd like to push forward, I just can't. It's just too risky. You kidding me?
I think, and this is probably quite true. Like, I'm glad they're releasing so many tier 8s at the same time. But I think what people are sort of getting like frustrated with the cost, because the cost of the ships is what everyone's thinking about. It's like, if these things are going to be 30-40 million a pop, all right, there's what, 12 of them come in? Like, I can't afford that. Like, I'm never going to unlock all of these. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So what's that?
it's going to be pretty rough for the content creators, honestly, because we had to try and feature as many ships as we can.
You know,
you know?
that's going to be
That's
that's
gonna
going to
be
be
a problem.
360 million before I even get them out. But what you got to remember is you don't have to unlock them all on the first day.
Well, they don't. But
They
might.
don't. We might. We all need to have a chat amongst ourselves and go, right, well, I'm going to get these 3. Like, you get these 3. You got those 3. So, like, you know, because, like,
Yeah.
what's the point in every single one of us doing Buffalo videos, for example? Do you know what I mean? And then the Savetsky Soya is getting absolutely no coverage at all. Like, it kind of makes sense.
I'm covering
if we all-
Ismail. Don't care what anyone says. I'm covering Ismail.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense if
That's
we
your
all
place.
kind of, because none of the CCs even will be able to afford to unlock them all on.
Some of the
first
CCs
week.
don't even have the ships.
Yeah, that is true.
I know one CC who has a staggeringly low amount of tech trees. I was a little bit disappointed. We lost this game.
So that's the thing. Like, none of us need, 360 million credits. We need enough to get one. 1 or 2. If you can get 1 or 2, and 1 or 2 of your favourite ship lines, that's all you need.
Let's see. Russian BB line can go to hell. Honestly, the Russian BB line is really good.
I'm not a fan
Retro,
of
it's
the
all
Russian
of you.
battleships, in all fairness.
I love the Vladivostok. I had the Lenin. I still like my Vladivostok. Oof. With AP.
I played,
Deathstroke Destroyer of AP.
I played against a Graf Zeppelin in my Lexington last night and kicked his ass.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was still alive at the end of the battle.
I mean, you're in Lexington now. You're Lexington now. Like, Lexington will be Graf Zeppelin. I know that.
You guys
this is
play
American.
Battlefield or COD? Well, I used to play in a competitive COD clan, like years and years and years ago.
COD. Oh god.
Yeah. No, we're talking about
Battlefield.
like Call of Duty 2 up until Black Ops. Like, after that.
Oh, when like COD wasn't as like 5 seconds run in, spawn die, or like
Yeah,
like,
when it was good, basically.
yeah.
Is
When it was good.
is when
That was an age ago. Okay.
is when I used to play it. Right, so let's have a quick look at this economy. Right, okay. So even
No, we
if we
lost
go
this
off,
match.
right, okay. So we lost. Okay, so, and yes, I had an incredibly unfortunate game. So 800 base XP. If that was a win, that would have been 1400 base XP. We had like 2000 in the last battle. Yeah, so it was not a good game, but I still made 250,000 credits.
And I made 30,000, and I did significantly better than Hive compared to last match. Like, the difference is even higher.
Yeah. Well, it's only 160.
Well, it's more than last time. It was 101 last
It
time.
was 101.
Well-
So not much of a difference, but yeah.
All
Like-
right, okay. I'm just trying to highlight though that I'm in the tech tree ship. Okay, I made more than Hive, and I only had 160. It was significant because I made 250,000, whereas Hive made like 160. Was it? Something like that. How you doing, Zarkun? But
Zarkoon's here.
after finding the tier 8 missions,
Spartan
yeah, we
Elite
found
is
them.
in
We're
here
just
as
not happy
well.
with it. Looking forward to our big podcast coming up soon, Mr. Zarkundi.
In all fairness, I think they might be on pause for the next couple of weeks because my wife's actually away training for a new job.
Ah, okay.
So I am mum, dad, I'm the laundry man, I'm the dishwasher, I'm the floor scrubber, I am the nappy changer extraordinaire. So yeah,
See, still a hiatus for now. Yeah, that's normal.
to say exceptionally busy.
We'll get you next time, Mr. Zarkin. Don't worry.
Bear me a second.
Let's see. Man, I've got so much weekly havocs to do. I'm on weekly havoc 2, guys, and just weekly havoc 4 is showing. You anticipated the wargaming missions? When I was shooting to improving project, guys, I didn't need to do that. Oh god, you did, Zarkin. You did. We all need the credits. That being said, it's Hive's busy at the minute, so I'll just speak for him.
Yeah, you chat
You
for
know,
a minute.
he
Bear with me.
thinks-
I have something I have to deal with. Actually,
No worries, no worries.
give me a couple of minutes. I'm sure Mr. Monk will keep you amused shortly.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll be all right. Yeah. No, I think the missions are a bit lackluster. I think what they should have done is maybe make the missions 10,000, and you do them over the course of the weeks. Because think about it here. So 10,000 XP, you do that 10 times, that's 100,000. That would be a lot. You could, or well, maybe less than that. Maybe make it like 5,000. 5,000. You do that 10 times. Pretty spicy. 50,000. Then next week, next tomorrow, it's 100,000 if you do it all right. And then it builds up. You do it like over 4 days. Course of 4 days, you get yourself enough to get build for the credits. And that's not it's you think that's not much, 4 days of work, but that's 40 games. It's a lot of games, and that's 100,000. Sorry, Tim. Yeah, 100,000. Yeah, 40 games for 100,000. What is this? Let's see, we can't win for fun with the new Kings of Legends. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, how you doing, Mr. Ender? He says, morning, Zarkun Spartan. How you doing, Mr. Spartan, as well? Ender, thank you for saying hi. I appreciate the hi. I'm also a community contributor as well, along with Mr. Highfound. Always nice to say hi. You say hello to Mr. Retro as well. He's very retro. He is the admin king of Hive's Discord. Pretty sure the link's in somewhere. I think tier 7 could be the new tier 5. That'd be interesting. Yeah, everyone's saying hi. Getting there, getting moving. We'll have to see. Oh man, I'm really worried about this legendary carrier malarkey, because do you think, guys, what do you think, chat? Do you think we're going to get the legendary carriers before the two different matchmaking? So we're going to be in that, like, say we're going to be in something with bad AA. Let's think Roma. We're going to get in a Roma game and we'll be fighting a Graf Zeppelin, or sorry, no, a legendary CV. And my god, that would be painful. That would be painful as hell. Leg outdowns will be longer with less tier 8s. I think they'll be more filled out, honestly. But I think well, there's still a lot of legendaries out there. Like, I've got 13 legendaries, I don't boost the campaigns. Nor do I play them very much either. Like, see the bureau, I don't really, whatever the vote's requirement, I'm just letting, whatever, I'll just, I'm not really caring. I just let it tick. And what will be, will be. I'm fortunate enough to have most of the tech tree ships. All I'm missing is I have the entire American line, I have the entire Japanese line, I have the entire British line, except the Implacable, have the entire German line, have the entire French line except the Richelieu. I'm missing like 3 ships, honestly. Russians are probably my most incomplete. I haven't got the Chappie, I've got the Shores though. Haven't got the Utiloi. I'm only at Bovoy for the DDs. Italians I finished. Pan Europeans I finished. Pan Asians I haven't got the Hez and Yang, and that's it. Literally, there really isn't much I haven't grinded. So the bureau tick's quite fine. Nice monologue. How you doing, Mr. Radigon? Excited for Isabel and Rune? Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I think I have enough for Isabel, that's bloody sure. Whether I have enough for Rune, that's the next question. Let me take a look. I have 305,000 on the Hepper, so I think that should be enough. I can maybe boost the rest of it, we'll have to see. Tier 7, yeah, with Tier 7 will be great with a +2 tier gone. Yeah, but we're still gonna have it though, Doug, until for quite some time, because it's not gonna be enough tier 8s to fill it out. So I could probably get the Delny. So the question is though, will the Delny be an extension from the Tashkent or the Utiloi, you know? Will it be from the Tashkent or the Utiloi? That is the question. Because I have enough, I have like 300,000 on the Tashkent, but the Utiloi, you think it's Tashkent? Do we know though? That's the question. I've definitely got room. I've played quite a lot of the tech trees, so I've definitely got that. I'm still working. What tech trees am I actually working on? That's the question.
Right, I should be back. Am I back? Papa, can you hear
You're back
me?
on Discord.
Papa, can you? Oh, 2 seconds.
All right, now it's time for a joke break. All right, what's the best thing about Switzerland?
Oh, I don't know
I
if
don't
we should be
know.
going down this road.
But the flag is a big plus.
Oh my god. you knob.
That's that. Yeah, it should be then. So, what ones have you not finished, Hive? That's the next question.
What have I not finished?
So, like, what tech trees have you still to, like, say it's 300,000 or whatever?
Oh, I've done almost all of them. I think it is just I'm making progress through the Kiev towards the Udaloy. I haven't unlocked the Udaloy yet, but I really don't care that much for them. And the Pan-European destroyers, I'm on the Vasteras or whatever it's called, and the Pan-Asians.
Yeah.
Pan-Asians are on the Fusion as well. And it's just like I just don't find them interesting to play. Like I will.
I've only got a couple myself. Like I don't have the Richelieu because I have the Jean Barts. I don't have the Chappie because I have the Kuchezov.
It's just 5 ships I don't
I
have.
haven't researched the Chappie. I haven't got the Pan Asian His and Yang because it's the Pan Asian His and Yang. And yeah, everything else I have, I think.
And
Yeah.
I don't know why. I used to have a motivation to get all of the ships, but I just don't have it because it's all destroyers. None of them. They're all like jack of all trades, master of none. And it's really hard to find the motivation. Like if I could look at the last time they were played, they would have been, the day I got them.
Yeah, like for example, the whole alternative Russian line, like Utilize fine. I know it's fine, but like, I don't see why I just not play the Tashkent. They're not that different, as far as I'm aware.
I like the Tashkent because it's different, like it's all guns, nothing else. Yeah, it's got torps, but it might as well not.
You've still got 3 torp launchers, but you've got good guns, you've got high health, full fast speed. Utilize's got three torp launchers and good guns, high health and speed.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like I've got no motivation to play them, and I don't know why.
I don't know. I think there's not that many lines to grind anymore that I'm not really. I've got everything I need, honestly.
I will finish them off. I'll set myself a goal. 1 week it'll just be right. I'm finishing this line, and I'm just gonna play this line. But like, there's so many new ships. Like I've recently unlocked the Des Moines. I freaking love that thing's overpowered. I'm just gonna say it. It is. It's
I just unlocked it like 5 minutes ago. I haven't played it yet though.
Yeah, it's
gonna save it.
really fucking strong. Like I love playing
Oh,
them.
it is insane.
There's so many ships I like playing. It's just like, why would I play ships I don't like? Like, I won't sell them. Yeah, I won't sell the ships I don't like to play, you know, because I've got them there. I can always
Prime
play them.
example. Yeah, I have the Makarov because I want a stupid crate. I'll never sell it because it's a horrible boat. But the only reason I'm not selling it is so I don't get another one. You know? The reasoning.
Hi, the
Plus, it's a premium. There's no
EUDD.
reason to sell it.
The EUDD is the god of torp speed, the tier 7. Is it? Does it beat the 90 knots so I can get on my
It's fast as
Shimakaze?
torps. I'll tell you. The torps go 90 knots, but they really high detectability. Don't think they're not that good, honestly. They're fast, don't be wrong, but they're 1.6 detectability, which is really bad. Like if you're comparing it to Summers or
Because
like
to me,
Udashi.
the Euro DDs kind of play like the French DDs, and I've already got the French DDs, so the European DDs
I don't know.
don't really
They don't play
offer
like the French.
anything. Well, they don't have smoke, which is like the key thing.
That's the only similarity.
They've got
that the French have.
good guns. Their torps are kind of mid-range. You know, they're not really long. They're not super short. They've got
13
usable
kilometer,
torps.
13.5 kilometer range.
Oh, have they? I've not paid that much attention to them
yeah,
then.
they got them.
All right, so they have got a different torps. But like when I play
The
DDs,
Scani has like 12 kilometer range, by the way. That's the tier 6.
I don't like using torps a lot. Like, it's just...
And then the
I like
Vesper-
to see them bleed. Do you know what I mean? I like to
Yeah, that's
fire my
saying,
guns
yeah.
and
Like-
see the pain
The
and
Vestas is the
suffering.
10k torps, by the way.
So that's
10k
probably
torps and
why.
Vestas. The top range is great. The guns are pretty good. The health, the heal is nice.
Like
They're
if,
not that fast, so they're pretty slow.
if someone can give me a good reason to play a line of ships that I do not play, I'll 100% give them a go. Because it could be down to purely like, I've got them set up completely wrong. Do you know what I mean? I'm like thinking, oh, this is gunboat.
Well,
It's like, no, you should play it as a towboat instead. You know, and I'm 100% sure I don't know the inner workings of every single line because I don't think anyone does. That would be fucking stupid.
it's not easy. No, it's not easy. Honestly, check out the Oland. You have the Oland. You enjoyed that boat, didn't you?
The Orland was quite nice. But again,
It
I
is
enjoyed
basically
playing
like
it,
Scandi.
but I don't feel like picking it up and playing it. Like, it's there if I ever want to, but like, honestly, like if I want to play DDs, I want to have fun, I'll take the Hill or the Farragut into tier 4, tier 5 and just have some fun. Like,
They've got a really good gun hit as well.
I'd much rather take a radar cruiser into a high tier match than a DD.
He doesn't have the Östergötland. Okay,
Yeah, I don't have it.
I do, but he doesn't. I've been meaning to get a proper build for it, like a masterclass on it, but I've not had the best games in it. I've had pretty decent games, but not the best.
And
So
like,
it is a bit of a problem.
right now, I've got even less motivation to complete these lines, purely based off the fact that, like, well, tier 8's around the corner now, so I need to start
it's
grinding
not-
and prepping
right.
for the ships I want to play in tier 8.
Like, yeah, I could play the Östergötland, but I really don't want to either, because I want to play the Vladivostok to get, like, the Sovjetski Soyuz, or, you know, I mean, what do you call it? I need to play the Baltimore myself.
like,
Nogami.
so there, it's not. I haven't completely ignored the Vasteras because I'm over halfway there. I've got 80,000 XP with it.
You run Jersey on your...
The Fuchsia,
you run
I'm on
Jersey
100.
Hold on. You're on Sversky.
Oh, the Kiev, I'm getting there. I'm on 195. You know, so I'm closing in on. Like, I'm not. I could probably, if I probably spent a day or two just grinding out these lines, I'd probably have all of them done. Well, not all of them done. All of the next ships unlocked. So I'd have the Udaloy. I'd have the whatever comes after the Vasteras. I'd have the Gadjamadi, is it, which is the tier 6. Like, I'm not miles away from any of them, but I've just got no motivation to play them.
Anyway, I get you, but at the same time, like, it's a lot of us. We gotta cover everything. No, it's different for content creators. I think it's different.
Please do, Zarkun, talk Hive into playing EU DDs. Like, and you'd think, like, you know, kind of, okay, maybe not national pride, but, you know, EU is, you know, Britain's in Europe, you know.
We're still European.
We're still European.
Union, except we're not.
We're not part of the European Union, but like
we are part of
we
Europe.
are part of Europe.
You know,
like you can see our country in the flag.
No, we're not in it because we're stupid. But let's not talk about politics.
Well, see, that's politics there.
I'm happy to stand on that one. People can disagree with me all they want, but that's me. That's me. You get 10 matches per nation anyway. Yes, that is correct. But we're not gonna play 40 matches though. You know. I know, Stylo, I know, but we can't talk about politics. I just had to get my wee jab in, you know, the jip and jab. I've gone again.
Oh no, I'm still here. Kind of. In all fairness, the only reason why I'm streaming right now is because my work's laptop is actually fucked, and I've been waiting for 6 hours for IT to get back to me, and IT have finally started messaging me, so I've been replying. It's only taking them 6 hours, you know. It's all right. Not taking them long or anything.
I could, let's see. If we have to end the stream, I could do another one.
Oh no, absolutely fine at the moment. It's just a odd text here and there. Right, okay. So I've lost track. Everyone's trying to convince me to play these ships. Are they?
You don't want to play the Scotland, but I really don't want to play it. But I guess I have to. Her chat compelled me.
Playing ship. I was just chatting. I was enjoying just talking shit. Oh, see, like the Lightning. I still need to finish the Lightning. I'm on 30,000 XP with that.
I was annoyed at that. No British destroyer for tier 8.
Everyone tells me like the Lightning is really good as well, and it's just like I just can't be.
You've not finished the Lightning? Hold on.
No, I've not finished the Lightning. This is a stop.
Lightning.
Go
away. Go away. Yeah, I'm not annoyed. I'm annoyed at you now. I'm so annoyed at you. That Lightning is brilliant. It's such a great ship, man. It's like the best. It's like the honestly, it's such good utility.
They are. They are really good.
In the game.
I know they're really good. I enjoyed the rest of the line, but I just don't like playing DDs all that much.
If you don't like playing DDs, like the Lightning is like the most fun. One of the most fun DDs you can play.
Like
Lightning and the Freezer are probably.
I would much rather take a radar cruiser into a game than want to take a DD. It's something I don't know why. I just really like.
I think
fucking
you
up
like destroyers,
DDs.
and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I just don't like them, and anything I can do to make a destroyer's life more painful, I will. They are a bit too strong of a class in general. Like, if your team has the best DD player, you've pretty much won. If your team has like
at the same time
terrible DD players, it's just like a bad DD player. If you've got just one DD on your team and that one DD player is bad, it just fucks up your entire game. Which is why
but there's a difference,
I don't like playing them.
Like, this is why I don't like that. The idea for that bringing carriers is flawed, because like I understand DDs are very strong, and I'm not denying that. Okay?
But again, a good carrier player will look for the DDs, will find them, and will keep them lit up. But then the problem is you need to have a good carrier player.
The difference is though, there's 3 destroyers in this team. Okay, and there's 3 on the enemy team. We have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a destroyer that's decent. Okay. Or sorry, you got like more than that. My probability. I actually study probability, but it's all left me at this point. You've got a decent chance of getting a decent. You've got a 1 in 3 chance of getting one destroyer player that's decent. Okay. Enemy team has 1 in 3 chance. If there's a carrier, it's 1 to 1. If you get a bad carrier player, that's it. You know. The influence a carrier has is far greater than a destroyer.
Right, I am located by
I'm not located.
the DD.
But the closest ship is where I'm pointing. I have twist and track. He's still here. Lightning.
There he is.
I don't have a smoke, so I'm just gonna go. We can outgun him together.
I'm going to go around this island, although he's probably expecting that, but he's probably not expecting the two of us. I'd expect him to have his sonar up. He's sitting in his smoke, all backing up.
Spotted. I don't think he was expecting those. He's backed up. Now he's got his sonar running. Now he has sonar. He has me spotted. He's only fired one set of torps, so I gotta be careful. He's not shooting me though.
Right, get ready. There he is. There's engines knocked out.
Alright, you're pushing yourself into 2 potential cruisers there.
Oh yeah. His torps. I'm dodging his torps. There's also one of their DDs is out there as well.
Yeah. It's a Summers.
What cruisers have they got? Shores, Helena, Siegfried. It's not the Siegfried, I know that much, so it could be a Cleveland, Helena, Shores.
One is the Siegfried, wasn't it? Oh no, it's Cleveland, okay. So it's a Cleveland and a Shores. So radar and a radar. Got it. I guess we just go into their base because they don't want to defend it. Weird. I never know what you want to build. This is a weird one. The Ostergotten's a weird one. It's got a great gun.
Part of me really doesn't want to go into their base. It really doesn't want to win the game that soon. But, on the other hand, it's like, well, you know? Like, unless they're going to come back and defend.
I kind of want to, like, shoot them. That's a bad play, but I just, like, I just want the game to go a little bit longer, you know? I'll just do that. I'm just to like tell you I'm here, go to the back to the base and give me a fight. Yeah, it was worth losing a bit of health, just for a bit more of a fun game, you know? There we go, Maggie. Good. Good, Maggie. Get back into the game, yes. Contest the base.
Oh, that Helena was lucky he changed directions. Those torps were on point. Retro's gonna fuck up their Helena now, I think.
I lost a lot of health for no... It was a stupid reasoning, but I did it for the sake of continuing the game.
Well, at least they're coming back for their cap now.
Yeah. I tried to outgun the Maggie. Obviously it wasn't going to happen, but it was done for the sake of bringing people back into the camp.
Siegfried has me with sonar, I believe.
I've got torps coming on Siegfried. He might not expect it. I know he's running sonar, but it doesn't last very
No,
long.
no, his sonar's run out.
We'll have to see. Never am the best at printing the torpedoes. I'm honestly not the best, not that good at destroyers. I'm okay. It's probably my 100% my weakest class. It's DDs.
This guy must be getting
Yeah, he's
really
got-
annoyed. He charges straight from my smoke screen, and then someone just blind fired me though. And then as soon as he gets close enough, like I'm out of my smoke screen, and my next smoke screen's already going. Oh, he might actually have caught me out here. Yeah, he's got me spied.
I would help you out, but I'm on less health than you are.
Ah! Well, at least they defended that cap.
That's what I'm saying. I like that.
Oh my god, am I going to hit him with one of my torps? Oh, it's close. It is. Bunk. Get fucked. Ah, no, wait. That other one is not going to hit that shores, is it? No, it's not.
The Kansas acceleration. I got duped by Kansas. What is this? What is life?
Well, no, see, so there's DDs that I like the Akatsuki. I fucking love that. I like most of, if not all of the American DDs. I like the gunboats. The Le Fantasque, I love playing that. The Kleber, absolutely love playing that. But it's just like, so the Pan-Europeans, like, oh, okay, maybe I didn't pay much attention to the range of their torps. But it's like...
So these are 19-knot torps, Hive. 19-knot torps.
But it's like, you know... Okay, so their torps are really fast, and they're long range.
They're pretty detectable, though.
But they're pretty detectable, and they don't do much damage. So, although it's different from the French, whereas, like, you know, you don't have smoke screens, so you've got to pay a bit more attention. It's like... I think the French have got a riskier playstyle, so I'd rather play the French than I would play the European.
I think the French are safer, honestly. Because the French have speed. These things are slow and they don't have a smoke screen.
True. And then the Pan-Asians having the
French
deep
have
water
speed.
torps, for example. Okay, so I get the principle of the deep water torps. Principle of the deep water torps are great. They're much sneakier, but they don't kill DDs. So whereas I like to, and I will quite frequently, just randomly fire torps into a cap, to one, stop people from pushing into it, and two, to kill the DD that's dumb enough to have sailed straight into the middle of it, which happens quite a lot. I can't do that with the Pan-Asian DDs.
You can't fight because you can just get rushed by any destroyer player in the Pan-Asians. Is it dead? Is this dead? Is this dead? So close to death. Should be dead now? No. I shouldn't be shooting, but I am. For reasons that are just for the funsies. That's the reasoning. There we go. Well, battleships are for global XP? There's a lot. I still don't enjoy them as much. That's though.
Still done better on the monk see, lightning's better than the Ostrogotland. Mine's not even
I
fully
agree.
kitted out.
I agree. I prefer the lighting over Ostergotland. Like, I've been getting Meg games. It's like okay games. You see that? But like nothing really stand out. Had a couple, we'll guess, but like. Battleships are global XP. There's so many. There's Alabama, Tirpitz. What else are there? Hold on. Yeah, Alabama, Massachusetts as well. Alabama, Massa, Monarch. The Key is for global XP as well.
That
The
must have
Odin
annoyed
is
so
what-
many people when the key became available for global XP, because wasn't that the one that had the ridiculously low drop
They
chance?
did say it was coming, you know. They did say it. They warned people at the start. It's gonna come, you know. The Roma. There's a lot of global XP battleships. It's all tier 7, but there's a lot of them. You don't like the Key? Yeah, the Key's alright.
Monarch is the best GXP ship. Monarch is the most underrated GXP ship. I'll say that.
I think the Lion beats Monarch any day.
I prefer the Monarch personally, although they're
Why?
incredibly similar.
Why? I think the Lion beats the Monarch in every regard. That's the sad part about it.
Reload, accuracy.
26 seconds, 22, but like you have a higher alpha and better fire chance, better armor, same turret traverse, better heal,
Here we go.
better armor,
Let's
better speed,
have a
better
look.
maneuverability. It's weird.
So
I went through this. The line's also faster, which makes no sense.
22-second reload.
Okay, it goes 26.4 with my build, not specking to reload, by the way.
I don't think mine's spec to reload either. It's Nelson.
But
on
I'm using
there.
A.L. Nelson. I don't know if you are.
Oh no, Charles Madden.
Okay, so I'll take off my commander and just I'll put on like, I don't really have Madden leveled up, but I'll put on Madden, I guess.
So obviously with Madden, I've got 4 super heals, super heals.
I've got 4 heals with Nelson. I don't have Madden leveled up. My heal's better. I've already worked out. You know that.
Is it? I
worked
get
it a while back.
1,670 per second for 12 seconds.
I get 1466, but for 17 seconds.
All right, so the heal it actually is better then.
I know. I've done the math, sir. I've tried. I did the math. Everything is better.
So my
on the
reload is
line.
slightly faster. My turret traverse is 33.4.
That's the only advantage. I don't know. I'm also 29.5 knot speed, by the way.
28.8, but that's more or less nothing. But I don't know why. When I play the Monarch, I just hit shit all the fucking time. With the
line's accurate as well.
With the Lion, I don't know. And this could literally just be one of those weird like feeling things that come into play.
Better.
Like
Yeah.
I just prefer the Monarch. There's no particular reason.
I think the
There is no
line's
reason
better.
why I shouldn't love the Lion, but I just don't. I think it's a good
I
ship.
just don't see why the line is made the way it is. I don't like it because it's just better than Monarch in every way. I just don't see the advantage. Why would you ever play Monarch? Why? What's the reasoning behind it? Like, really?
Because
You
it's
get a faster
called-
reload, sure. but-
Because it's called Monarch, it makes me think of the Queen, and I am a bit of a fan of the Queen. I think she's an amazing lady, and I want to do her proud.
Just want to highlight that the Monarch's fire chance is 35, and then
36.
the line's 46. You know?
Hasn't the Monarch got more guns?
No. Same amount of guns. You think it's the King George configuration with the 4 turret and then the double, but you've just got 2 3s. I have the same amount of guns as you do, and these are 16-inch guns as well. So I have better pain, I've got bigger alpha, better HE chance, better armor, faster speed, better heal, and you have a slightly better reload. That's it. But you lose out on lose
Better
everything else,
captain.
and also you get 15-inch guns. Sorry,
Better captain.
better captain. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. I agree, Zarkin. I like Monarch mostly because of the name, Hive 2022. And you're right, Doug. But I know this. I'm just, it's not even debatable, honestly. You already know.
Yeah, Monk isn't going to stop.
Also, I had the lion flag.
Even if he's wrong, he'd be like, "Oh well, that was because the team. I just got like RNG." Although if I lose, I'll be like, "All right, yeah, maybe the lion is better, but I just prefer the Monarch."
And that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
But then
You're
again,
carefully
that
entitled to your
is
opinion.
literally the best thing about this game. There's a fucking ship for everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to play a warship and you still enjoy it, then by all means enjoy it. Like I enjoyed the Zimmer for such a long time, and it was considered one of the worships in the game. You know.
I think I never
King George.
minded the
You'll make-
Azuma. I thought it was alright, but I felt like it did need a bit of a buff.
Maybe the gun angles are better on Monarch. In Monarch, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly.
Like I want Monarch to be a little bit different from Lion because it just seems Lion just seems a better boat in every regard, and I don't like that because I want every boat to be unique, like have it still be different quirk, you know. Like sure you lose out in 15 and 16-inch guns, but you gain X or Y, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a 1.
You're picking on that Miyoko.
Yeah, I've already citadeled them. The Miloko's all yours. I've got shots on the mains, and I'm going to take it. People think I'm at half health, but they realise I'm actually full health. I love that boat. I love the idea of it sometimes. It's just great. Another double fire. That's not nice. I'll have to back up sooner than later, though. I can only get spam for so much. Hi, are you looking there? Is the Monarch trying to be prettier? Is that why?
The Monarch is definitely prettier.
Guys, you just see this, right? Just being darkened down here. Yeah, I'm being Akazuki. It's not nice.
Give me all of your HE.
I mean, I can heal up, but like at the same time, I can only my heals only happen so fast, you know.
Oh my god, that Miyoko is like the luckiest ship in the world.
Well, me and Retro had shots on him, and it looks like Retro got the finisher before I did. you taken any damage, Hive?
Oh yeah, I've used a heal.
Sorry, Retro. Sorry. Deeply regret switching to HE right now, but it doesn't matter at this point. Akazuki's dead, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
Yep.
I think you've got more range as well. In the line.
Have I? Possibly.
I think I get more range in the line than the Monarch as well. 18.4 is my range. I don't think I have a flag on.
Oh, 17.10. I don't have a flag.
I don't think I've got a flag on now. I don't think I do. Yeah, like I don't like the fact that it's just better every way. It just really ruins the Monarch for me. Because I got the line before the Monarch, so it's a weird one. You're a lot closer, so you should get some citadels.
Oh yeah, I
think
just
you
got
got
two citadels on the Vlad.
Damn it. I'm quite far away, so. I'm also running Nelson's absolute thing. What do you call it? Not absolute, or.
I freaking
The skill
slowed
that
down.
nerfs his AP pin. Yeah.
Just wondering where that toggle B's torps are.
You nearly beat with the Dreadnought, but I always focus. I just got burned.
So yeah, fireproof and dreadnought, and in all fairness, look, what's the difference? 18 XP. I think they're comparable. Or either
Comparable.
that. No, you're right. Monk is right. Monk is correct. The Lion is better in absolutely every single way. It's just I'm so good, I managed to keep up with it.
Yeah, yeah. Understand. Have a nice day. Cheers. I think the firing eagles are probably better. No, the firing eagles are the same.
Is there
Why are
any
they the same?
difference in the armor?
I'm switching between them both here. I'm just looking at the rear turret because the rear turret determines your firing angles. I'm looking at the superstructure. It looks exactly the same.
Because armor.
I think the mono's got a slightly better turret angles, firing angles for the firing from front.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if there's I don't know what the one reason is, but I just really like the Monarch. It could be. I don't know. It could be anything.
No, the armor's better on the line. I did the math, but it's
Is
way
the
back.
armor better on the Lion? So 32
It's
millimeter.
marginally
barrel.
better, just marginally.
Um,
Or if it's either the better or the same.
in all fairness, just looking at like just the armor profile, it's probably exactly the same.
Yeah, probably the same. 260 for the torque build, main build, sorry. 235 to 260 for the torque build, armor build.
Learn to love the Lion. I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's anything
Lion
intrinsically bad about the Lion. It's just I prefer the Monarch. But in all fairness, I think it can be attributed to the fact that like I don't like ships that are easy to play. I'm not saying the Lion's easy to play. I don't think it is. But if a ship is difficult to play, I will pick a difficult ship to play just because it's far more rewarding to have a good game in a hard ship than it is to have a good game in an easy ship. It's why I do not play the Wichita at all. Like, I don't know, we'll get the Wichita right, so I can show you exactly how much I've
the
played
Monarch
the
gets the
Wichita.
plane, by the way. Monarch gets the plane, Lion doesn't.
Oh, right, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the plane. So yeah, like the Wichita.
But
The Wichita,
Monarch gets
I have a
defensive
grand
aim.
total of 22,000 XP in. That's like 5 matches. And I've just gone, yeah, nah, I'm not going to bother playing that again.
I don't play that boat anymore. I put the Rust Camel on it.
Because it's just too easy.
I don't enjoy it either.
Marblehead, probably the hard. I'd say the Marblehead was probably the hardest tier 4 cruiser to use. And between the Marblehead and the Marblehead FE, I've got over 1 million elite XP with those. Like, they can get dev struck really easy, but they've got really good guns.
I actually really like the Murmansk, by the way. It's essentially the Marblehead, I should say, but you know.
It's got
Emerald's
Russian.
good.
It's got Russian guns, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just a Marblehead with Russian guns. It really is nice.
So one of these like beeply
Onyx
Wichita is
Birds.
fun. I'm sure it is. Easy mode or not, but yeah, it's not difficult to play. So like
This comes to playstyle and preference,
when,
you know.
when you
Me and Harry
when you
can
get
assemble
3,500 base XP in a Wichita, it's just like, yeah, well, it's a Wichita. Whereas like you do it in, you know, Edinburgh, which is a much harder ship to use. Edinburgh's a great ship, but it's much harder to use because you don't have the HE, you know. That's what makes it difficult. You get 3,500 base XP in an Edinburgh, and you're like, yeah, fucking deserved every single one of them XPs.
Like, me and Hive's like loadout for tier 7 is literally everything you can think of, you know? Everything. Whereas someone who is, shall I say, the tryhard, who's just only interested in playing competitive ships, they'll play John Barr, they'll be playing Summers, they'll be playing Yudashi.
Well,
Even
no,
Yudashi's
true,
still
wouldn't it?
very good, but
You just play the fucking Cleveland if you want to farm damage. Cleveland, Wichita.
if they want to win the games every time they're playing me, they'll be playing Yudashi. You know, I'm just trying to think of they'll be playing the very strong ships, Lenin, ZF6, Okachov, Fantas, Wichita, you know, all that stuff. Mains is disgusting. See, Mains is ridiculous.
Mainz is
And
really
I
good.
just think the Weimar is gonna be insane at this tier as well.
In all
gonna be
fairness,
worse.
I found it because the guy posted it on Facebook, but then I couldn't find his post again. But I put up a video. It was like, basically, I was just like, yeah, look at how, like, this is why the game is frustrating. With like 2 AFK players, like a bunch of players, just sitting behind islands doing fuck all. Like I played reasonably well. I can't remember what ship I was in, but the guy on the enemy team who was in the mains got like 4,500 base XP, like 6 kills, and if you watch it from my perspective, he should have died right at the start of the game, but because my team was so horrendous, he just had the absolute run of it, and he ended up having a fucking amazing game. But it should never have happened. but the main,
unfortunately, the Japanese CVs are the worst in the game. Shikaku especially.
Oh, I don't know, the taupes on the beta are kind of just pointless.
The Shikaku is the worst tier 7 CV, I think, 100%. He only gets two the nerfs in Shikaku are devastating. I think the best CVs is the top 3 is Lexington, Parsival, and Pepita. Pepita's quite a good boat for a skill gap. So if you're good in CVs, Pepita's a beast. If you're bad in CVs, Pepita will kind of suffer.
True. The Saipan's bloody ridiculous. You didn't say the Saipan.
Saipan, yeah, I forgot about Saipan. Yeah, Saipan's probably the best, actually, yeah.
Like I've not unlocked it yet, but obviously we had it on test, and Saipan was just...
Kaga's not bad. Kaga's probably the best, yeah. Kaga's very good as well, but...
Like, as you can see, I wasn't rushing to unlock it. But yeah, Saipan's really bloody good.
I've just finished Des Moines, so I'm now working on Saipan. I'm not far off. I'm 2 segments away. And then I'll work on Kaga and get Kaga. Kaga's satisfying to play, tell you that as well.
What was the Kaga bureau? I've got the Kaga, I know that, but I don't really play CVs. CVs are kind of the same. It's kind of the same reason why I'm not overly big on most of the destroyer lines. It's because, like, I get my enjoyment and fun. So like, I play the game to I think you could argue with it or not, to a pretty good standard. But I get my enjoyment out of getting stuck in, getting myself in situations that I've got no right to be in and no right to fucking win. But
yeah, the hard ones. You're
pulling out the win. Like, I like to be in really uncomfortable positions where one wrong move and I'm fucking dead, and that's what gets the blood pumping. That's what makes the game exciting for me. And then, like I said, when you're in destroyers and carriers, you don't really get that all too often. You get it in gunboats.
Yeah.
Because you're getting in a gunfights, you're dodging torpedoes.
You should not lose in health. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. But then, like,
pretty much
in a torpedo boat, you don't get none of that, because you should never be in a position where you're at risk of getting blapped by 4 ships.
Yeah. The only boats you should be engaging are boats that are low health and there's no real threat. You don't want to be trading like battleships can, you know?
My new tier 7 CV is the new god of all CVs, the Russian.
This is why I think Wichita and the votes should be up to tier 8.
Wichita and your Dachi are the only 2 I think that should really be moved up to tier.
Georgia.
No, I think the Georgia's fine, because the Georgia's squishy. As good as its guns are, the Georgia's squishy. It's like the North Carolina. The North Carolina's brilliant, but squishy. So at least it's got that balancing, like, factor.
It's not that squishy though.
It's why I don't think the Belfast 43 is good, because it doesn't have that balancing factor. It's squishy and its DPM's not great. Like, it doesn't have that balance. Whereas
the Belfast is okay. It's just not. It's not OP, nor is it too weak. It could use a little bit of love, but yeah, I don't know.
It's not too weak to be a tier 7, but it's a weak tier 7. Whereas like Edinburgh, like yeah, okay, so you haven't got the DPM availability of the Belfast 43, for example, because you don't have the HE, but you have the armor. So whereas you can bow tank stuff and do things in Edinburgh, no other cruiser at tier 7 can do really. It's balanced by its firepower. But what considering I was just doing a quick like, oh, here's the tier 8 ships. How long have we been streaming for now? It's been a while. 3 hours.
My goodness.
My God, how do these things happen? Like, I was literally just like, oh yeah, these missions are out. So anyway, the whole purpose of the stream, yeah, Water tier 8 missions are out. Guess what? They're shit. Like, in all fairness, you can't say they're not completely pointless. They're not completely useless, but they're a little bit meh. But then I suppose, like, 10 good games get an extra 10,000 XP. It's better than a kick in the groin. That's for sure. There are people that say good armor, bad armor, no armor is good armor, but you need armor for all ships. Some people say, I know what you mean. Like, some people say like the best armor is no armor. Yeah, that's like the Wichita when you go broadside and everything just overpens you. I think the Ochikov sat broadside to Massachusetts and just let him fire at me, and it took him 8 salvos to kill me because everything just went fucking straight through it.
Because he won't overpen you. That's why.
It was just overpens, and I was just like, this is fucking stupid. Like,
the thing about the Okachov, it gets more. People don't realize how strong it is until it gets close. If you get within death range or like suicide range in an Okachov, you will be overpenned because it has the same armor scheme as a Smolensk on PC. It just doesn't. It just doesn't have the ship thickness to actually arm your shell.
So you do 10% of your maximum damage.
You end up killing an Okachov purely with the overpen damage.
These missions are disappointing, says Kev. They are 100% disappointing. But like I said, it's better than nothing. And what it's got a recurring period, so they're gonna recur. It's gonna happen, like you. So, bear with me. I've got to knock on the door. 2 seconds. Alright, my little boy's just been sick everywhere, so I am going to end the stream right there, because I'm going to go and tend to the wee man. But thank you very much for everyone who stopped by. Thank you, Retro and Mr. Monk, for joining in and chatting, and
Yeah, I might stop a stream here. I might keep going a bit longer, so I'll
Okay.
have to them and us in that regard.
Well, Mr. Monk may start up a stream, so if you post his link in the chat real quick, you might want to hop over there and listen to the subpar Scotsman. I can't ever be nice, can I? But no, yeah, drop your link in chat. So yeah, Mr. Monk will start up a stream, and I'll probably pop into the chat in a little bit once everything's calmed down here. So until then, or until next time. Take care.
Go here.